today we're starting to learn about storyteller. And my webcam has actually been kind of decent. So yeah, I also got some snacks from the shop. I got Hershey's. I got camera angles are weird. I got a Kinder Bueno and I got a Hershey's. And I got some of these, some cornflake things. So yeah. Anyways, let's get into talk about storyteller. Let's get into talk about storytelling. As you can probably tell, my fan is on. So yeah. Let's get into talk about storyteller. I think we've played as Athena for this trial. Talk about storyteller, episode 4. Cutscene. And finally, my son is working for Apollo Justice. What the bloody hell is that?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What time is it? It's 9, 10.
He was just working. She saw he's dead? No. Oh no. If he did, then what do we do? Hey, pull yourself together. I may have to go face cameras again today. Don't worry, I have an idea. Oh my god. Why can't you work for 20 bloody minutes? This is definitely gonna impact me eating. Is gonna impact me actually playing the game. And so this fucking webcam. Oh my god. I should have sorted this out before stream, but whatever. What the heck? He brings a defendant to his own trial late. Plus the request was so last minute I didn't even have a chance to talk with my client. He's late for a very important date. My name is Athena Sykes. Armed with analytical psychology and a full arsenal of legal know-how, I'm a fully competent defender of the right and agency. Though I wish my client would shut up already, the trial's about to start. Who bloody hell is our client even? Hey, appears we made it just in time. Where have you been? The trial's about to start, Simon. It's Simon, our defendant. You needn't get so worked up, Athena. His boldness can wait. There's no way he'd wait for me. And besides, why would I want to start on the wrong foot with him right out of the gate? Dealing with such matters is part of being a lawyer, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, well, covering for your lateness is not. Still by a rank amateur, I see. This is Simon Blackwell. You might not look it, but he's actually a prosecutor and a psychology specialist. He and I go way back. As for our shared specialization in psychology, we're both disciples of the same person, so to speak, and he's kind of my senior, I guess. But twisted sense of humor, no, I wish he'd stop treating me like a child all the time. I mean, you're like what? You're like what? 10 years younger than him? Of course he's gonna treat you like a fucking child. So we're our right donor and justice donor. Mr. Right is abroad and Apollo is helping Trucy with a magic show. Didn't I tell you? They're what? So neither one of them are here, leaving you to take this on alone? Yep. Ye gods. Call right donor back. It's not too late. He isn't crying! Oh no, not too late at all. He would only need to know how to fucking teleport. Very well. Then I'll settle for justice donor. Go grab him by the horns and drag him here. Apollo is literally in the middle of a show, Simon. You may not want to admit it, but I've got what it takes to take on this case. Just leave this to me and go watch from the gallery. As your defense derails in spectacular fashion. No, as I win the heck out of this trial. Shut the fuck up, Blackwell. I'll be okay, promise. Swipe that look off your face already, will ya? Anyway, I take it the guy behind you is... Yeah, he's your... Oh, Simon's not defending. He's asleep again. Hell, hoi, buddy. A bucket even. What did he say? Oi, bucket, wake up. How? What'd you do that for, Simon? Is he drunk? Okay, this is our defendant. Who's this yellow chickadee? I'm gonna hate this guy, I know it. She's a lawyer, such as it were. I'd say she's more green than yellow, however. A lawyer? She just doesn't look it, does she? Is she like your fellow apprentice or something? Something like that. I've known her longer than I've known you. You could say we're bound to one another. Okay, well then. Yes, I better call her Miss Chickadee then. Simon, this guy's not only rude, but he's 3 sheeps to the wind at his own trial. Yeah, he's drunk as fuck. I know we just met, but I'm about ready to give him a piece of my mind. Do as you will. Just save it for after the trial. Yeah, give him a piece of your mind like he fucking deserves. Miss Chickadee. Don't call me that. Yeah, call her Tina. How'd you do? Sammy is an old friend of mine. I'm the 4th generation head chef of Wet Sober. Wet Noodle number 4, Bucky Wet. Nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you too, Mr. Wet. So he can pull himself together when he wants to. Only the trial was starting in a few minutes. Having been accused of murder that only occurred yesterday, I'm afraid it's taken a toll on the poor boy. And you happen to be there at the theatre where it all happened too, right? They said they found a Rakugo storyteller murdered in his dressing room. Indeed. The victim, Master Storyteller Typhoon Tornado, was a longtime patron of Wet Sober. Master Tornado had been looking after Buddy ever since Wet Noodle number 3 passed away. I see. So the victim was kind of like a father to the defendant, huh? That stupid old part. Like a father? Nah, way. He was always dissing my sober. How dare you speak ill of him? Running your mouth like that is why they suspected you of his murder in the first place. Now pull yourself together. Number 3 must be rolling in his grave. But, Simey, the police, none of them believe me. They won't listen to me. It looks like he's still in shock from the whole ordeal. Don't worry, Mr. Wet, everything's gonna be alright. I'm gonna defend you with everything I've got. You're in good hands now. You mean, you believe me, man? Of course, no matter what, I'll believe you to the very end. Gee whiz, Miss Chickadee. Now come on, I need you to shape up, just like those al dente noodles of yours. Yes, ma'am. My soba is the freshest. Are you okay? Is he actually drunk? Mr. Wet. Okay, you great big pillock. So, how exactly do you know the guy? I used to frequent Wet Sober, and still do, in fact, so I've known him since he was a lad. That's why his father and Master Tornado were always so good to me. I didn't know you liked soba so much, Simon. I wouldn't expect one such as you, who eats meat slaps between slabs of bread, a sandwich, to understand the delicate taste and the subtle textures imparted by buckwheat flour. That's just rude, but I digress. Rude is just Simon. That's just how Simon is. I'm all about flavor and subtlety and stuff. If I know Wet Sober and like this, I'll never be able to face number 3 on Master Tornado in the next life. I see. And that's why you came to me. You wanted somebody you could trust. It was never my intention to ask you. I'll show him I can handle it just fine. Well, I believe it's just about time. What, but we haven't even properly discussed the case yet. What's the matter? You look nervous, Athena. Don't tell me you're chickadeeing out again. I'm just trembling with the excitement of the battle, that's all. Off gets. Let's do this. Come on, Mr. Wheat. Get up off the floor. We've got a case to win. Yes, Miss Chickadee. I'm gonna do my best.
Wet soba. Wet soba. Wet soba. Wet soba. Wet soba.
What? Huh? Hello? 2 bowls of noodles? Sorry, sir. No can do. kind of busy at the courthouse. Huh? They hung up. Okay, let's do this. He's not going to do himself on his case any favors like this, Simon. Maybe we should let him go get some rest somewhere. Let me rest? Maybe if I had a lump of regular flour dough for udon noodles. But I'm fresh like my soba. Now don't let soba dough rest. It's all about the three freshes. Grind the buckwheat seeds fresh, cut the dough fresh, and boil the noodles fresh. There's no way he's sober. Ironically, since he sells sober, he's blacked out. Oh boy, I just knew something like this would happen. Simon, what are these three freshes of sober he was talking about? First, buckwheat seeds are groats are ground to make buckwheat flour. Then dough made with this flour is cut with a large rectangular knife into noodles. And finally, the buckwheat noodles are boiled. Each step is done immediately, one after the other, so that the soba is fresh when eaten. So that's what he meant. I don't want him to make me any soba right now though, that's for sure. Athena, this is no time for idle chatter. You need to get into the courtroom now. Just remember, as a prosecutor, I will be unable to lend you a hand. Oh, I was gonna say Clavier helped Apollo and Athena in Tenebot Academy, but that was during the investigation, not during the fucking trial. Clavier did not do shit during the trial from what I can remember Tenebot. During Tenebot Academy. So don't expect any help from my court. There you go, treating me like an incompetent again. For your information, I wasn't planning on asking you for help anyway. Just you wait, Simon. I'll show you. Mr. Ryan and Apollo may not be here, but that's alright. I can do this on my own. What other cases have we done where it's just been Athena on the stand? I don't remember. Because all the other ones I remember, it's been like Phoenix been on the stand with her, or, you know, Apollo's been on the stand with her. But I don't remember the last time when Athena had a trial all to herself, which is a shame because I love Athena. Court is now in session for the trial of Bucky Wet. The defense is ready, Your Honor, and I just realized his name is supposed to be a pun on buckwheat, which makes some sense. The prosecution is fully prepared, Your Honor. What's this? No prayer this time, Prosecutor said Marty. That is correct, Your Honor. I can just imagine, because obviously we just did the right side about where Said Marty was also the prosecutor, but we were incorrect. I just imagine him just getting a plane every time from Japanifornia to Korean every time he's called for a trial, and that's just so funny to me. That's correct, Your Honor. To expedite these proceedings, I completed them beforehand in the lobby. How very thoughtful of you. By the way, what brings you back to this country? Chief Prosecutor Edward himself called on me to handle this case. Besides, I have a debt to repay. And though my opponent is yet a callow thing, I have no qualms with sending her down to hell. If you have a score to settle, it's with Apollo, not me. But more importantly, I am not a callow thing. I'm a qualified and capable attorney, and fuck's sake, my fucking webcam. Then what is that yellow attire if not proof of your immaturity, you small spring chick? You are also wearing yellow. Sometimes I want to punch Naita in the face. Now cease your shrill chirping. Now, Prosecutor said Marty. She is still only a teenager. Please go easy on her. She's 19. We're the same age. Great, now even the judge is giving me the kid treatment. Very well, shall we begin, Your Honor? Yes, I suppose we should. Now that Prosecutor said Marty, please give your opening statement. I'll show them what I can do. They'll be sorry they underestimated me. Certainly. Let the last rites of the victim commence. The incident is believed to have occurred at around 4 p.m. yesterday, May 12th, at a storyteller's theatre called Kurukurute. The victim was a Grand Master of the Toledo School of Bakugo or Comedic Storytelling, whose name was Taisui Toledo. The scene of the murder was the theatre's dressing room. It is accessible via the staff entrance hallway and has an inner and outer sliding door. Okay, that's the backstage diagram. The estimated time of death is between 2 and 5 p.m. The cause of death is suffocation, though how the victim suffocated is yet to be determined. The autopsy found nothing unusual in his lungs or stomach, and there is no murder weapon. I will now submit the incident report to the court. Okay, that's just been added to the court record. And we also have his autopsy report getting added as well. Prosecutor said, Marty, how can you name Mr. Wheat as a culprit when you don't know how the victim was killed or even with what? While it is true that the weapon and precise method are as yet unknown, the accused is the only one who had the opportunity to commit the murder. I will explain his assertion in further detail as we continue. I guess this means he has some kind of evidence to present. Now, would the accused care to plead his case? I guess he fainted again. Come to think of it, where is the defendant, Miss Sykes? Sorry, Your Honor. No, I'm afraid Mr. Wet isn't feeling very well and is resting in the infirmary. Surely it is the lack of a clear conscience that impedes him from facing this court. Great, starting off on the wrong foot already. Mr. Wet is the head chef of a sober shop frequented by the victim. On the day of the incident, Mr. Wet went to the fair at the victim's request. Taisui Toledo was a connoisseur of soba, as you can see in these photographs. He was apparently making soba himself in his dressing room that very day. The soba found at the scene is likely the soba he himself made there. Liking soba is one thing, but making it in a theatre's dressing room is a bit much, none? Master Toledo's truly had a passion for soba, didn't it? For a man like that to be murdered by a soba chef is simply unthinkable. And yet the accused had ample motive. From the victim's safe, we discovered the deed to the accused's shop. From Mr. Wet was the inherent Wet sober when he lost his father recently. However, it's believed the victim stole the shop's deed during the transfer process. The prosecution believes the accused killed the victim in order to get the deed back. Okay. A murder over the deed to a shop. That does sound like a plausible motive. So that's what this case is about? I wish Simon had filled me in a little better. I could have contributed more than just 1,000 buckets of cold sweat if he had. Defense. From your demeanor, I gather you know very little about the details of this case. Well, you see, you're dishonoring the soul of the victim by appearing in the courtroom unprepared. She got assigned to this case last minute, and then Simon just didn't tell her shit. How is that her fault, Nayuta? I'm gonna punch him in the fucking face. I'm gonna punch him in the fucking face. You are an embarrassment to your profession, you putrid egg yolk. I'm sorry. Pearls of red pepper and now I'm an egg yolk? We've only just started and I've already been demoted from spring chicken. I am ready to call my witness, Your Honor. Let us listen to the words of one who was present when the crime was discovered. Someone who was there when the victim's body was found? Is this going to be Simon? Because we know he was there. Very well. Witness, please take the stand. Yeah, it's Simon. And is he one of the only people in Ace Attorney to have, not in Ace Attorney, but in the mainline games, in the Phoenix Wright games and the Apollo Justice games, to have a full body sprite? I think he might be. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Simon Blackwell, prosecutor. Prosecutor Blackwell, you didn't tell me you were going to take the stand. There simply wasn't time. What a shame, Prosecutor Blackwell. Had you shared the damning scene you witnessed beforehand with the defense, we could have moved this trial along and saved the victim's soul that much faster. Damning scene? What in the world did Simon see? Prosecutor said Marty, was it? Before I give my testimony, there's something I'd like to confirm. By all means. This case involves rakugo, a very traditional form of Japanese comedic storytelling. Do you have enough knowledge of this art form to handle this case competently? Are you implying that I am not qualified for this case? Not yet. I'm simply trying to ascertain your familiarity with the topic. For now. I love that Simon is speaking with Nayuta. It is a prosecutor's duty to learn the background of any case he takes on. I did some research on rakugo last night and have grasped the overall idea of it. How much could you possibly grasp in a single night? Again, I absolutely love that Blackwell is beefing with Nayuta. In it, the storyteller sits alone in the stage. I have not paid attention. I am not paying attention to what Nayuta is saying. And the rakugo artist tells long words of... I am not paying fucking attention to what Nayuta is saying at all. I just looked at the history. Rakugo is a form of entertaining storytelling that originated in the land of Japan. In it, the storyteller sits alone on the stage with only a fan and a towel and the rakugo artist tells long whimsical stories, giving each character a distinct voice. This traditional art was originally invented by monks to make sermons more interesting. And he should know a bit about... I feel like he should have known a bit about this, because he is also... Is he a monk? Is Nayuta a monk? I know it's from Korean. No, fuck's sake. I know it's from Korean. Is he Koreanist monk? I'm gonna look at his wiki. I'm gonna look at his wiki. Is he a monk? Is he a monk? Nayuta Sadmadi is an international prosecutor from Koran who believes that convicting criminals in court will provide salvation for their victims. He's also a respected monk in Koran with a devout belief in the country's religious tenets. Yeah, so he is also a monk. This webcam. Are you satisfied? If not, I could explain the 12 types of endings to such stories. Or shall I perform the famous story of Jungemu instead? It appears you're putting a bit of study. Your acknowledgement is most welcome, Prosecutor Blackwell. I can see why you are known for being quite thorough in your research, Prosecutor. Now, I'd love to see you perform that story you mentioned if you don't mind. If that is your honor's request. Jugemu. Is this relevant? Your honor, could we please get back to the trial? Of course, I nearly forgot. Oh my god, how is this guy still a judge? Seriously, of all the things for you to forget, literally, how is this guy still a fucking judge? Now then, back to the case. Prosecutor Blackwell, please tell this court what you witnessed. Okay, witness testimony time. I kind of miss the Korean animations for the witness testimony and the cross-examination. Those were good animations. I went to the theatre yesterday and arrived at approximately 4 p.m. I went straight to Master Tonino's dressing room to say hello. Bucky went into the dressing room thereafter, only to come starting out a while later. Master Tonino's junior disciple, Uendo, apparently then entered the room soon after. That's when Uendo discovered Master Tonino's body. Is Uendo's name supposed to be a pun on innuendo? Now wait a minute here, Prosecutor Blackwell. With testimony like that, spot. You're practically accusing Mr. Wet of the crime. All I can state is what I saw. I can't help how it appears. Why is my webcam being so silly? I did not fix it, as you can tell. But a qualified and capable attorney such as you should be able to dispatch with it, right? Yeah, duh. Alright, I guess I'd better start by getting all the info out of him I can. Cross-examination time. And again, I love these little animations when the faces just kind of come onto the screen like that. Okay. Okay, save. Simon saw. It's on my fan so it can point directly at my computer and my webcam. Okay, let's, I guess, rest. We don't have that much evidence. Prosecutor Blackwell, what did you go to the theatre for in the first place? Well, because I had received an invitation from Master Tornado. Here, see for yourself. It was a special show commemorating his junior disciple Yuendo's promotion. It was also an occasion to announce the boy's succession to the name of Yuendo II. So what exactly does it mean to succeed to a stage name? You really don't know, dear. In the performing arts, a name succession is when an artist inherits a predecessor's name. I see. I mean, she wouldn't really know much about performing arts, seeing as though she's a psychology major. So there was another Yuendo Rakugo artist before, and this disciple succeeded him, huh? And what exactly did your invitation say? It contained a simple letter of salutations and an outline of the show's program. Oh, it appears Typhoon Tornado was going to perform Toki Soba or Time Soba. He's famous for his masterful pantomime of eating soba using on his fan as a prop. And Yuendo was to perform Soba Sai or Soba Glutton, a soba themed show. I see. It seems you know a thing or two about Rakugo yourself, your boldness. The first to perform was the senior disciple, Gairu, followed by Yuendo. And lastly, Master Tornado. Okay, I do know what Gairu looks like because I have seen, because obviously we saw the thumbnail of this case, and it was such a shame that they didn't make a Gairu because of just how how I pronounce her name, Gairu. It would be a shame to not make her have the style of Gairu or however you say it. I see. So that's why you happened to be at the Storytellers Theatre yesterday. So what happened after you arrived? Why is my webcam being so silly? And how did Master Tornado appear when you said hello to him? I went with the intention of greeting him, but ultimately we didn't actually meet. You didn't see him? Why not? Gairu escorted me to the dressing room. But we heard the sound of Rakugo being performed from within. Thinking the master was rehearsing, we decided to wait in the hall until he was done. You heard Rakugo being performed in the dressing room? Yeah, not just me, but Gairu as well. In other words, you can confirm that the victim was still alive at around 4 p.m. Correct. Hello, Ace. Hello. How you doing? I'm doing pretty good. On this webcam does not like the heat. It does not like the heat, so I may have to go webcamless, but whatever. I'm doing pretty good otherwise. I'm doing pretty good. How you doing, Ace? Correct. I couldn't hear him clearly through the doors, but I'm sure it was Master Tornado. This webcam man. I'm alright. That's good. I could tell because it was a time sober, mentally preparing myself for results day. Oh yeah, you just did your A-levels, didn't you? You are gonna do great. You're gonna do so great, Ace. You're gonna do so great. You're gonna do amazing. I know it. I could tell because it was a time sober routine being performed there. I'm gonna kill this webcam one day. So that means the victim was killed sometime after that. But yeah, you're gonna do great, Ace. You're gonna do great. Hold it! Please tell us in detail how Mr. Wet appeared at the time. Gyro and I were waiting in the hallway for Master Tornado to finish practicing. When Bucky appeared and entered the dressing room with his things. What happened after that? We heard what sounded like Bucky shouting inside the room. About 10 minutes later, Bucky came back out of the dressing room looking rather irate. This is most likely when the murder was committed. The victim was an elderly man. It would have been entirely possible to kill him within the span of 10 minutes. I better come up with some kind of counter-argument and fast. Okay. Hold it! What do you mean by apparently? Didn't you see him go in? No, I couldn't. I wasn't able to see the dressing room door from where I was standing at the time. But Gyro was right in front of it, so I'm sure she saw it all. I see. And why do you suppose Uendo went to the dressing room anyway? He had just finished his routine, so he was making a courtesy call. And disciples to pay their masters respect right before and after each performance. And all disciples are expected to do this? Yeah, it's common courtesy among Rakugo artists. I see. Could you tell us what happened after Uendo went into the dressing room? Certainly. Shouldn't they have individual dressing rooms? I don't know. But then again, what costumes would they use? I mean, I don't even know that lot about Rakugo, but would they need I don't know. But then again, I don't know. There probably isn't that many performers. Think of it. As far as we know, there's 3 of these performers. That being Garu, Uendo, and our victim, who I cannot believe I forgot his name already. Typhoon Tornado. Right, so no 3 performers, so this probably wouldn't need that many dressing rooms. And why is it being so silly? I'm literally trying to turn it back on, but it is not turning back on. And how did Uendo act at the time? After Uendo had been in the dressing room for 2 or 3 minutes, we heard a scream from inside the room and Uendo came flying out. Did you hear any signs of a struggle at the time? No, just Uendo's woeful scream. I see. Well done, Prosecutor Blackwell. The testimony has given us quite a glimpse into the sequence of events. Thank you, Prosecutor Blackwell. And now, please allow me to summarize your testimony. While Prosecutor Blackwell and Garu were in the hallway waiting for Master Tornado, the accused came along and entered the dressing room with some items in tow. He was heard shouting for a time inside the dressing room, and about 10 minutes later he came back out of the room, seeming rather angry. A short time after the accused had come and gone, Uendo Tornado went into the room. A few minutes later, after having discovered the victim's body, Uendo gave a scream. Few minutes? Why wait a few minutes after discovering the body? Like, if you see that he was dead, shouldn't it have only taken less than a minute for you to scream out? Uendo is suspicious to me. And came running out into the hallway from within. Prosecutor Blackwell and Garu then ran into the room and saw the body for themselves. From the circumstances, it is quite clear that the accused murdered the victim. This is crucial testimony indeed. Could it have happened that Iwendo murdered the victim and then, like, you know, a few minutes, like maybe, and then like right after he was murdered, and you know, if it only took like maybe like, I don't know, what am I thinking of? Maybe it took like, you know, a couple of minutes to murder him, and then like maybe he didn't need to clean up, maybe he just left it how it was, but then he screamed and then was like, there's a dead body. Maybe he just took the opportunity for Bucky to go into the dressing room before him, so that Iwendo could then go in later on, like a few minutes after him, and be like, he killed someone, when it was actually Iwendo. Defense. An eyewitness has given conclusive testimony. That wasn't fucking conclusive. Like, if it was conclusive, Simon would have saw Bucky kill the victim. But he did not. He did not. And what was his name again? I've forgotten the victim's name already. Taifu. Simon would have seen Bucky kill Taifu, but he didn't. He didn't see him kill Taifu. So, and there's no other way to really. What other ways are there to confirm that Bucky killed Taifu? Literally, like, none. We're gonna let it all go now and allow the victim his last rites. And I'm gonna check this real quick. Not on your life. If Iwendo went into the dressing room too and was the first to discover the body, why is my webcam not turning the fuck back on? And then who's to say he didn't commit the crime? Iwendo was in the dressing room for a minute, 2, perhaps 3 minutes. He could not have possibly committed murder in that time, no, without making any noise. Oh, Simon, why did you have to give that awful testimony? Prosecutor Blackwell, can you give me something a little better to work with here? Isn't it up to you to ask the right questions? I'm certainly willing to tell you all that I know. So if you truly are as capable as you claim, then draw out what you need yourself. There's no time for your twisted games, Prosecutor Blackwell. Just admit you don't remember it all that way. Well. Athena, chill the fuck out. Prosecutor Blackwell, watching you conclude with the defense like this, I see that you are no prosecutor. Begone, witness. You shall haunt this sacred hall no more. How dare you treat me like some evil spirit to be exorcised? I remember this, you blackguard. Don't worry, Prosecutor Blackwell. I've got this. Whoa, 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 whoa. Would I have my way, he would not be the only one here to step down. You half-boiled a putrid egg yolk. I object to the notion that I'm a gooey, smelly mess. Prosecutor Blackwell's testimony was like the lowly opening act of a Rakugo show. He may hold the title of prosecutor. This time he stood on the side of the defense. To restore balance to this trial, I'd like to present an actual witness for the prosecution. And here is this witness, the person who was with Prosecutor Blackwell when the body was discovered. She's another entertainer of the Tenido School, Miss Gairu Tenido. Okay, well, Gairu. Here she is. I've seen so many memes about her. There she is. The fucking gay clown. Please state your name and occupation, witness. Hello, everyone. I'm meant to represent the Tenido School with a twisty twist. And the balloon. There you have it, a stunning balloon hat. It's me, the balloon artist you all know and love, Gairu Tenido. Just call me Gairu, sweetie. 1, 2, balloon. What way to capture your audience's attention? I dare say I can't take my eyes off of those balloons. This time you're talking about the hat, Your Honor. Oh, Mr. Judge, I'm so glad you like my performance. Would you consider joining my fan club, pretty please? Oh, absolutely. I'm pleased to save your fanboying for after the trial, Your Honor. Anyway, Gary, I can't help but notice you seem awfully cheerful for having just lost your master. Of course I'm sad, but Shisho would scold me if I didn't put on a big smile. Never show sadness, smile, 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 with a twisty twist twist. And blue, there you have it, one gorgeous cake. I see. I guess an entertainer's gotta do what an entertainer's gotta do. Her balloon art's worse than a Rorschach test. All I saw was a 7 monsters head. Athena. How bad is Athena at Rorschach tests? I can't even say it. If you don't know what these things, the Rorschach tests, they're the inkblot tests, basically. Gary, you're obviously a balloon artist, so how did you come to be a member of a Rakugo school? Welcome on in, moneymaker, welcome on in. Thank you for the lurk. Well, my father, my late father that is, was a Rakugo artist, you see. So I joined a Toledo school to be just like my daddy somehow. I see. My father and I so much to Shisho, our master, but that Buckywear, oh how could he? I want to see him pay for what he's done as quickly as possible. Your distress is entirely understandable, and my condolences for your loss. And not only that, but what? You have more to say about Mr. Wet? Every time he comes to deliver soba to us, he yells at me. He always tells me to get away. Is there any reason he would say such a thing to you? He says the smell of my perfume will get into his soba and ruin it. Like, how can he say that? This is a great scent. How very rude of him. I don't blame you for being upset. Excuse me, Your Honor, but please don't let Garu's balloons bias your judgment. Mr. White hasn't been proven guilty yet, remember? It'll be interesting to see how long that fire of yours will last, defense. Now then, Garu, please share the truth with this court. Yes, Garu, your testimony, please. We're going to have a witness testimony. From 4 p.m. to a little after 4:20 p.m., when Shisho's body was discovered, Simon and I were standing in the hallway in front of the dressing room. Before Uendo discovered the body, the only person who had gone in there was Bucky. Come to think of it, a little while before Bucky showed up, Jujemu was barking like mad. Who the fuck is Jujemu? I'm gonna say Jugemu. Prosecutor Blackwell, do you have any objections to this witness's testimony? No. Make up your bloody mind, sad Marty. First you exercise me, now this. You need only do as you are instructed by this humble servant of the Holy Mother. As there are no objections, Your Honor, let us move on to the salvation of the soul. Cross-examination. Hey, I'm the defense attorney here, Prosecutor Sad Marty. Yeah, I just might have an objection or two once I actually cross-examine the witness. So what are you asking Prosecutor Blackwell for? I'm the one you should be checking with. There's a passage in the sacred scriptures of Koreanism. What is it? To stir the wind is beyond the power of a spring chick. In other words, the inexperienced are useless. With that in mind, it seemed more judicious to consult Prosecutor Blackwell. He doesn't even see you as an adversary, Sykes Donner. Well, I won't let either one of you insult me. I'll show you I'm no inexperienced spring chick. Your Honor, I'm ready to cross-examine the witness. I hope you can make Prosecutor St. Marty see you as a worthy adversary, Miss Sykes. I'll allow you a cross-examination, so you'd better strike with that while the iron is hot. Cross-examination time. First, it is saving time. Okay. Okay, I want to know who that Jugemu or whatever it's called, or whatever they're called. Let me skip before. Let's get through. It was this one, right? Jugemu was back in like.
Hold it!
Jugemu? That's my doggy. I keep him at the theatre. Let's see. With a twisty twist. And there you have it. My cute little Jugemu. He's kind of creepy looking. Oh, but he's a really, really good boy. And why was Jugemu barking? Do you think it's because he saw someone suspicious? And so then, we'd have a new suspect in the case. Now, why was he barking again? I remember because it was time for me to feed him. So I went into his yard and gave him some food. Couldn't somebody have slipped into the dressing room while you were doing that? No, the door out into the yard was wide open. Was it? I would have seen it if anybody went into the dressing room. Let me look at the backstage diagram. The door wasn't open. They weren't open. Doors weren't open. Prosecutor Blackwell, calm down to the stand for a sec, please. How many times must I do this? You saw what Gary was talking about, right? So why didn't you mention it before? I can't be expected to remember every minute detail. Well, remember them now, please. Did Gary go out into the yard? Yeah, I remember now that she went to feed Jugemu. And I saw her looking towards the dressing room quite frequently as well. Do you recall anything else? It looked as though she was feeding the dog a great quantity of dumplings or something. Jugemu couldn't finish them all, so he buried the rest in a corner of the yard. That's all I can remember. Okay, that's Simon's statement. It looks like Gary was telling the truth. Your Honor, I'd like Gary's last statement added to her testimony. As you wish, defense. I was in the yard, but the door was wide open so I could keep watch on the dressing room. Yeah, I don't think that's really the case. I think that's actually the case, though. So you were able to keep an eye on the dressing room while you were out in the yard? Is that correct? That's right, the door out into the yard was wide open. Sorry, but that makes zero sense. Take a look at this diagram of the backstage area. There's a clear contradiction between this diagram and the witness's testimony. Oh? I'm afraid I don't understand, Miss Sykes. Please point to what contradicts the witness's testimony. So this is where Simon is standing at, right next to the window. So he would have seen her like here-ish. But yeah.
Take that!
Gary was in the yard near the doghouse. Prosecutor Blackwell even saw her there. And while she was out there, the door to the yard had been left open. I see. Yes, the door to the yard was wide open, as Gary said. She could have seen either way, really. It would have blocked her view, making it impossible for her to see the dressing room. What? No way. But even if there were admittedly a few moments Gary was not keeping watch, how much would that really affect this case? It would greatly affect this case. From the spot Prosecutor Blackwell stood, he couldn't see the dressing room door either. Anyone could have entered the dressing room during that time without being seen. Yeah, exactly. Gary, why did you try to hide the fact that you weren't watching the dressing room? What?
Objection!
Hide the fact? You speak as though you think she had something to do with the murder. Maybe she did. Rather than deliberate deception, it was more like their simple oversight, right, witness? Well, I was so shocked by what happened. I was just confused, that's all. Even though she's trying to keep up a brave front as an entertainer, the truth is that she is being torn apart by grief. For her mind to be in turmoil is hardly unexpected. Yeah, it must be very difficult indeed. To a disciple, one's master is akin to a real parent. Surely her shock is immense. The way this lawyer tries to pin the blame on this poor soul at the first opportunity. All I can say is, defense attorneys are heartless creatures indeed. Of course you would think that. You were raised to think that. But I wasn't. That wasn't what I was trying to do. Is it beyond your comprehension, defense? Your unskilled argument is scarring this witness even further. And if we ask the people of this courtroom, I am sure they would agree. What, the gallery doesn't get a say in this? Are you afraid to find out what they think about? Are you afraid to find out that they think ill of you? Or perhaps you are in the wrong? Listen to them now with that keen sense of hearing you are so proud of. He's right, that was harsh. You didn't have to go that far. I feel kind of sorry for the witness. And why is the lawyer's outfit so yellow? Oh, you didn't question the yellowness of her outfit in all the other cases she's in. No, she's trying to find this truth. Why is the whole gallery siding with prosecutor Sadmadi? The people understand. They know what is right and what is wrong. That lawyer's still in training, isn't she? Why is she all by herself? I hear the voices of the gallery. I can hear the voices of their hearts. It's so intense. I feel alone. I feel so alone up here, fighting by myself. Are you afraid, child? It's ludicrous to come to trial with such paltry preparation of the soul. I command you to leave this courtroom at once. And what? They just don't get a defense? What? Like, if you think about it, the only like Apollo's, doing a magic show with Trucia, he's unavailable. Felix is in Quran, he's unavailable. And, can't just suddenly drop everything to, come over here like you did. And the only other defense attorney that I can think of from the entire Ace Attorney series that could possibly be available is Grossberg. Like, I think he is the only defense attorney that is not dead, that is not in prison, and, is not busy doing something else. I mean, Grossberg hasn't been mentioned in a while, and I know I'm pretty sure he doesn't come up in this, Spare Justice or the entire Apollo Justice trilogy, I know that far. Basically a fact, Grossberg was a character, he's done, he's a done character, and in 5 minutes by the way, Grossberg is a done character, and it's, was basically done in the right trilogy, but he is the only other available defense attorney that we know of. All the other defense attorney, I mean, you could make the point of, who was it that was on the defense attorney course that we knew? Was it Hugh O'Connor? Was it Hugh? Yeah, it was Hugh. Hugh was the only other plausible person who could be the defense for Bucket is Hugh. That is it. Hugh or Grossberg, no one else. And Grossberg doesn't come in this trilogy, and Hugh, I'm pretty sure, doesn't come up again. Hugh was done in Dual Destinies. So we basically have no one else to defend Bucket. But, Nayuta would probably like that. He was raised to think that, defense attorneys are evil or some shit. But I can't give up. I have to keep pressing on. As long as there was a moment when nobody was watching the dressing room door, the defendant can't be convicted solely on Prosecutor Blackwell and Garu's testimonies. Even though you would continue to resist, you are childish in defeat as well, I see. I'm not out for the count yet, Buster. I'm just getting started. Despite your posturing, is it not true that your resolve could crumble at any moment? With one little push, you would surely succumb to despair. A little push, such as with this piece of conclusive evidence. What conclusive evidence? Conclusive evidence, huh? That is correct. We find a critical piece of evidence at the scene of the crime. The victim's dying message, which clearly implicates the accused, Bucky Webb. Look at these Japanese playing cards. known as Karuta land on the table. These special English version Karuta cards spell a message. That message, wet number 4. Wet number 4, you mean wet noodle number 4? Yeah, wet noodle number 4 as the 4th head chief? Why do I keep saying chief? Chef of Wet Soba is also known. This message points to none other than the accused Bucky Wet. No. That makes perfect sense, doesn't it? Well, great job, Mr. Prosecutor. Oh no, this is really, really bad. What do I do? Okay, that's been updated in the court record. But you still carry on your futile fight in the face of this irrefutable evidence? You can say whatever you want, but we won't know until we're... It is cruel to give the accused false hope. You will only compound his suffering. Wise people in this courtroom, do you not agree? He's right, it's cruel to make him suffer when there's conclusive evidence. What an incompetent noob. I feel bad for the victim and the defendant. What? But I'm trying to prove Mr. Wet's innocence here. I know you can hear the defense. Their voices implore you to save the accused's soul. It is time for you to let it go and move on, you inexperienced liar. No! You lack the competence with which to accomplish anything meaningful here. Is he right? Is this too much for me to handle on my own? What good is she doing, anybody? She should just quit right now. Now, defense, leave everything to this humble servant of the Holy
Silence!
Yeah, shut the fuck up, Naiva. Simon, he's trying to use your keen sense of hearing against you to manipulate the trial, Athena. What a cheap trick for a supposedly holy man. Simon, is this the first time a prosecutor has stood on the stand with the defense? I know Edgeworth, and we played as Edgeworth during the first trial, and the I thought the ad was I'd already started then, but no, it starts in like 30 seconds. I know we played as Edgeworth in the first part of the first investigation and the first trial of Bridge to the Turnabout, but there's never been a defense and a prosecutor on the stand together. And you fuck doodles in the gallery. Can't a man watch a trial in peace? This inexperienced amateur is about to turn the whole trial around. Does that prosecutor really think she can turn things around? And I decided to, by the way, the mood in this courtroom is starting to change. Prosecutor Blackwell, what are you doing at the defense's bench? And the ad is in progress. And I'm gonna quickly check my emails. See if I have missed anything. Because I don't get notifications from my Outlook. And it looks like I haven't. I need to check this Discord ping as well. Why do I have Discord all the way over here? They also made a really stupid update to my uni's app, and it is a really a stupid update, and it's absolutely horrible. It's absolutely horrible. Yeah, I'm gonna eat one of these. Oh, we have 3 to finish. These are bloody good though. This is so bloody good. Prosecutor Blackwell, what are you doing at the defense's bench? You're bored of watching from the gallery. So it's gonna help us. Besides, if I were to leave this trial to the spring check and this is my favourite sober shop in the process, I will be quite cross. You voluntarily stand on the side of impurity and sin. Truly a fool you are. You're the fool, Nayuta. To think you were so easily manipulated by his parlor tricks. Whatever happened to qualified and capable Athena? At might just let my guard down a little bit, but it won't happen again. Then gird up your loins and steal yourself out. I'm not girding up anything in this skirt, but I am ready to get serious. It seems there is now yet another soul I must cast down into hell. I was in prison for a long time, and hell sounds no worse than cell, to be honest. Oh, but the fires of hell will not be the end of your suffering. For the sin you have just committed, you shall surely be reborn as a panda in your next life. A white and black reverse panda, that is. And you shall be put in a zoo to be exposed to public ridicule. I feel like that won't work on Prosecutor Blackwell. After all, he's already used to looking like a panda in this life. I mean, I think he looked more like a skunk, but nevertheless, sorry. I see that you are both prepared to face the fires of damnation. Gairu, thank you for your service. You may step down now. Okie dokie, bye bye balloon. Does everything have to be about balloons with her? I mean, yeah, that is quite literally her job. Now then. I have a witness prepared to testify about the Karuta cards. And who is the witness this time? The first to discover the body and someone who witnessed the crime scene firsthand. Mr. Uendo Tenido. The time has come for that ponytailed pair over there to finally let it all go and move on. Very well. Let's bring in this witness then. And this is... I'm guessing this is Uendo. Witness, please state your name and occupation. I'm the Rakugo storyteller Uendo Tenido, yeah. Even if my performance isn't worth watching, I will certainly watch my words. I wouldn't want to say anything thoughtless and get arrested. After all, that'd be Araku no-no. Thank you, everybody. Good night. Hold it! We need your testimony. You can't leave yet. You've only just introduced yourself. Oh my. Are you a fan of mine, miss? Would you like my autograph? One moment, please. No need to stand on ceremony, my fan deserves a fan after all. A fan for a fan, nice one. Oh wait, is it Simon? How are you on this fine day, sir? Quite a dilly of a pickle we found ourselves in, wouldn't you say? I don't believe I've ever seen you talk quite so much, Uendo. Never performed in a place like this, you know. I've got butterflies here, can't you see? Why do I always get the weird ones? Pardon me, witness. As much as I enjoy your banter, I believe we had better return to the case at hand. I suppose you're right. In that case, I was supposed to Futosume yesterday and received the stage name of Uendo. The show was on our way of celebrating my new name and middle rank standing. And then that happened. Never dreamed something like that happened, not in a million years. And just as I got my chance to start repaying my debt to Shisho too. Yeah, plus I'm worried about Garu. Why are you worried about Garu? The way she clung to Shisho. Poor thing. I told her to keep a stiff upper lip. A stiff like rigor mortis. Keep telling those lame jokes and Shisho will come scold you from the grave. I wouldn't mind getting yelled at, you know, if it meant seeing him again. No, please, as charming as your various characters are, this isn't a Rakugo stage. Let's hear your testimony now, witness. That was an awkward place to freeze. I tell the court about the evidence left at the scene, the proof of the accused's guilt. Witness testimony time. I noticed Shisho's dying message right away. The stiff cards were right there next to the stiff, you see. I know, enough of the silly puns already. Anyway, I got the meaning right away. I knew it must have been talking about Bucky. That was the Master's final message, left as he was drowning in sober broth. It's so like Shisho not to write Bucky's name outright. Plain and simple wasn't his style. Well, that was certainly a more entertaining testimony than usual. The variety of characters performed by the witness was absolutely splendid. But he shouldn't be performing any characters in the first place, Your Honor. And Uendo, the murder weapon, hasn't been determined yet. And didn't he die from suffocation? I did not read what she said. I did not read what Athena said. It's obvious all you have to do is look at the crime scene. No, that's what he said. That's what Uendo said. So how can you say that the victim was drowned in sober broth, who was found with his face shoved in a bowl? It's only natural to assume he drowned in the broth for the noodles. Except we're not here to assume things, Uendo, so please stick to just the facts. My mind is so like a sober chef to kill someone this way, wouldn't you say? And with the Karuta message he left behind, it's clear Bucky wetted it. Setting aside the issue of the murder weapon for now, that dying message certainly does seem to be irrefutable evidence. Indeed, it proves the absolute guilt of the accused. Even I've got to admit that I can't see how the message could mean anything else. Bucky used sober for the deed or to get back the sober shop deed. Okay. I've only just realised he's knelt down instead of standing up at the witness stand. This testimony makes Mr. Wet look super guilty. I have to do something. That's his conclusive evidence? What a farce. What do you mean, Simon? What's this? I thought you said you weren't planning on asking me for help. I did, I won't. Thank you very much. Simon must have found an inconsistency in the testimony. I better listen carefully and try to see what he found. But yeah, he didn't drown in his testimony though. No. The victim didn't drown. He suffocated, didn't he? I'm gonna save first and I'm gonna look at the court record. Let me see. Court record. What is it? Court record. Autopsy report. Yeah, the cause of death, suffocation. Nothing was found in his lungs. Let's get to where did he say? Let me see. That time he was drowning in sober broth. Yeah, he didn't die due to drowning. He was suffocated. There's a contradiction in Uendo's testimony. And would you care to explain where, Miss Sykes? Certainly, Your Honor. According to the autopsy report, nothing unusual was found in the victim's lungs. Ah yes, it does say that, doesn't it? If he had drowned in a bowl of sober, then there should have been sober broth in his lungs. But since there wasn't any, it means the victim was suffocated with something other than sober broth. Yep. What? This is the contradiction you noticed, isn't it, Simon? Not bad at all. I guess I showed you. But if drowning in a sober broth wasn't the cause of death, then what was the victim's face thrust into that bowl? Typhustonino's face was thrust into the bowl after his murder. Because no sober broth was discovered in the victim's lungs, his head must have been placed into the bowl after he was killed. And that's when the sober broth must have been spilled onto the Karuta cards. In other words, the victim could not have lined the cards up as he was drowning. I see. So it was done after he was already dead. But why would the culprit do such a thing? I'm afraid I don't know yet. What? You boast of psychological expertise, yet you cannot determine such a simple motive? My sides are liable to split at the absurdity. What? And I suppose you know why? Of course. Desecrating the body in that manner indicates a strong sense of anonymity on the part of the perpetrator. Yeah, that does make the sense. It certainly paints a clear picture of the culprit's intense feelings towards the victim. Feelings of resentment over the theft of the sober shop's deed, no doubt. Just great, now the judge has an even more unfavorable impression.
Silence!
Must you come and done at every juncture? If the culprit had time enough to set up Master Torino's body, do you think they would have honestly failed to notice the dying message? Good point, the cards were right in front of his body after all. Rationally speaking, there's no way the culprit could have picked that up. But was the accused rational at the time, given the way he stopped out of that room? Never mind that, I have something more important to ask you, Wendo. Me? You saw the Karuta cards firsthand, did you not? Would you care to tell me about them in a bit more detail? Those tiny crime scene photos shows precious little of what I wish to know. Well, those cards are from the Shisho's special Silver Seeds of Tokyo Pass set. I love how Simon's like, I'm not gonna help you. I'm not gonna help you with this, I'm just gonna watch from the gallery. But now he's like, oh yeah, I better help Athena, I better help her. Athena just crumbles. Every time someone is like, hey, I don't like you, you kind of a bitch, you know? Each card is related in some way to Soba. Spare me the history lesson. Just tell me how the cards looked at the scene and no more. Well, there was Soba broth spilled all over them. That's not much help, I'm afraid. Prosecutor Sadmade, do you have a photo that shows the cards more clearly? I do. Please accept this meager offering, Your Honor. Oh my. What delightful looking cards. Well, wow. Tarrant Prosecutor Sadmonk's conclusive evidence part should be a breeze with this. Huh? Don't tell me you ever noticed. Oh, the little like stain marks don't add up with how the soba broth was, you know, spilled. Like for example, this one here, the W should probably be here. Like the E is in the right place. The H should be probably where the 4 is. The 4 should probably where the N is. The N should be where the T is. The T should be where the O is. The O should be where the W is. Anywhere else? Yeah. Don't be silly. Of course I have. Not noticed anything back in. I can't exactly say that now, can I? Miss Sykes, do you really see a problem with the prosecution's claims about these cards? Well, go on then. Alright, it's do I die. All I have to do is study the picture and... These cards were rearranged. I'm checking this discard pink really quickly. There we go. These cards are rearranged. But how can you tell? The sober. Please take a good look at these cards, Your Honor. The answer is right in front of us. Where exactly should we be looking for, Miss Sykes? The sober broth stains. Please focus your attention on the sober broth stains on these cards. The outline of these stains don't match up with the larger stains on the table. Oh, would you look at that? You're absolutely right. And please recall that the sober broth was spilled and got onto the cards after the murder, when the victim's face was placed in the bowl. Yeah, go on. By the stains, we can see that the culprit deliberately rearranged the cards after that. In other words, this message was altered in order to pin the crime on my client. What? Then if we put the cards back in their original positions, We can restore the evidence and see who the cards were really pointing to. And that's true. Pokemon. Then what are we waiting for? Let's do this. All I have to do is rearrange the cards so that the stains match up. We can do a little mini game. Let's see, where was the W card originally? It was here. This card. Perfect. Okay. The H card is next. Let's see, where was the H card originally? It was here. Yes, now the E card. Let's see, where was this E card originally? Right here next to the W card. A perfect match. A perfect match. Next up is the T card. Let's see, where was this T card originally? Right, here. Great, that fits right in there. Now the N card. Let's see, where was this N card originally? Right there. My dad is calling me, I should be... Just asking me what I wanted for tea. That looks good. Now O. Let's see, where was this O card? Right here. Oh wait. Nice, almost done now. The last card is 4. Let's see, what was this 4 card originally? That was it.
Take that!
I win 4th. So the message where number 4 was originally supposed to say, "Oh, in 4th," and this original message is our clue to the identity of the true culprit. What? The indignant look on Prosecutor Sad Monk's face is positively priceless. This is absurd. It was somewhere number 4. Maybe the lawyer is smarter than we thought. Wow, she's getting help from Prosecutor Blackwell. Order in the court. Well, I never would have imagined that there was more to these cards than meets the eye. So now that that's settled, what does this Owen 4th mean? Wait, am I? Who else do you suppose is to provide an explanation? Of course it's you. But I don't follow that part. Yeah. Of course you're fucking Adam. All the lawyers and writing agents rely on their fucking bluffs. Change the cards around all you'd like, but if you cannot explain what the message means, then it is as worthless as your defense. I mean, doesn't this just show how worthless the cards are as evidence that when number 4 wasn't the actual murderer though? No. I mean, why is Naita thinking, these cards could actually still be legitimate? We're just proving how useless they are as evidence. And so the spring chick that fancies itself a graceful swan is brought back down to earth. I have to do something, but what? It's on my sleeve because it's annoying me. Stay in thoughts for a second. There's a perfectly good witness to question over there. Alright, that's a good idea. Come on, Athena, get a hold of yourself. The window, does the phrase Owen 4th mean anything to you? No, there's no one named Owen in the Toledo family or our circle of friends. Go ahead, ask anybody you like. You can't be serious. Having rummaged through your empty mind, I see you have, as expected.
Silence.
I'm afraid I have no idea who the devil this Owen 4th is either. But the fact remains that the cards were rearranged to pin the blame on Mr. Ware. That in itself proves that the defendant isn't the real culprit. Prosecutor Blackwell is right. Besides, the important question here is not who does the message point to, but rather who rearranged the cards. Why didn't you point that out earlier if you already knew? Sorry. Again, lawyers of the Right Anything Agency rely on bluffs. In any case, there were two opportunities for someone to rearrange the cards. The first was when Mr. Wet entered the dressing room, and the second was when Uendo discovered the body. Are you accusing me of rearranging the cards? Me, who came to testify out of the goodness of my heart? Well, you didn't exactly come running out screaming straight away, did you? Even a mere 2 to 3 minutes is more than enough time to get up to some devilry. So what exactly were you doing in there, Uendo? What were you doing? What was he doing? Put down that tea and spit out your answer. Mr. Prosecutor, what's a guy supposed to do at a time like this? Silence is more precious than diamonds, witness. Therefore, you need only stay silent. Nuh-uh. The defense is devious. They are waiting for you to make a slip of the tongue. You say that. You're a dickhead, Nayuta. I am the number one Nayuta, said Marty slanderous. Oh, I see. So that's what they're after, is it? In that case, Your Honor, I've decided not to say another word. Very good. After all, your right to remain silent is protected by law. Well, Prosecutor Blackwell, any other brilliant ideas you'd like to share? Did you hear that, Sykes-Donner? A Rakugo artist who's afraid to speak. Who's ever heard of such a thing? Are you trying to taunt him into talking? Of course, Blackwell would do such a thing. Such a petty trick will never work. But he's gonna do it anyways, and it will work. That's right, I'm not going to fall for it. I'm only asking to hear your story. Besides, is it not your job to tell your tales if there is an audience to listen? And even so, I have the right to refuse an answer. The more you keep quiet, the more we want you to talk. That's simply human nature. Isn't that right, people of the gallery? The judge just not doing anything because he's kind of scared of Blackwell. And also, where the fuck is Taka? Where the fuck is Taka? Where the fuck is his bird? I've only just realised that he does not have his bird with him. Where's the bird? Where's Taka? Let's look up Taka's let's look up Taka's thing, a wiki. Where the bloody hell is Taka? I don't know where our beloved bird is. Even with this wonderful audience in front of you, you still refuse to talk? If so, then perhaps you chose the wrong line of work, my friend. Are you saying I should quit because I'm not afraid to speak my mind out loud, you know? Oh no, never mind what I just said. It is scary to talk. It's absolutely terrifying. But no, as a Rakugo artist, I must talk. If I don't, how can I ever show my face on stage again? Your Honor, I'm ready to testify. He did it. He managed to convince Uendo with his power of suggestion technique. Bully for you, Uendo. That's as a real Rakugo artist should be. All right. If the witness wishes to testify, then by all means, please do. To return by such an obvious ploy. What a man of weak spirit. Okay. After my performance, I went to visit Shisho. I called to him from outside the room, but he didn't reply. When I entered the dressing room, I saw Shisho slumped over the table, motionless. Simple testimony. From what I can tell, there did not appear to be any inconsistencies in the testimony. Of course, there aren't any. Because I'm not trying to hide anything. Prosecutor said Maddie's right. I don't see anything inconsistent either. But I did pick up on some fake Discord innuendos. Ha. Mood Matrix time. Mood Matrix time. Ponder all you would like, defense, but it is pointless. Your Honor, I believe there is no need for further deliberation. Yeah, definitely. I disagree, Your Honor. I detected discord in the voice of the witness's heart. That's a clear indication that Uendo is facing some sort of inner turmoil. Are you saying what I think you're saying, Miss Sykes? Yeah, Your Honor. Hey, am I still there? Did someone say discard? Discard. Welcome on in, Nature Guy. How are you doing? Welcome on. How are you doing? The defense would like to conduct a quick therapy session on this witness.
Objection!
Remember, there is no need for you to submit this so-called therapy. Yeah. It's fine by me. I have nothing to hide. Bring it on. Yeah, definitely nothing. Impetuous fool. Why will you not listen to the guidance of this humble servant of the Holy Mother? Cause no one out. You are the only person in this courtroom that follows the Holy Mother. I'm doing good. Just finished my stream of RE2. I met the Tyrant and Sharpie's Fedora. That's time to chill with one of the chillest streamers. Thank you. I hope your Resident Evil 2 stream went well, and thank you for coming out chilling out here. This bloody webcam though. I'm about to punch it in the face in a minute because it's a fucking annoying webcam, man. It's the remake, so it's scary. Oh god. I've been like slightly following the remakes of Resident Evil, kind of. Not really. I've watched a few playthroughs of a few of the Resident Evil games and they look quite good. But yeah, I bet it's scarier. I also got a few clips, so I'm happy about that. It is good to get a few clips from a few streams and stuff, because for me at least it's like, oh, I've got a few more drafts for TikTok and stuff, and my fucking webcam. But it's like, oh, I've got a few more drafts for TikTok, and I'm trying to build up my drafts for TikTok so I don't have to stress about making TikToks during the school year. So yeah. I got jump scared by cockroaches. Oh god. So that level of scarier. That level of scary that you got jump scared by bloody cockroaches. If the witness wishes to proceed, I see no problem, prosecutor. In one ear and out the other. It seems this performer has no need for your so-called guidance, prosecutor said Monk. Just know this, Uendo. Your folly will surely earn you divine retribution. Thanks, Simon. I'm going to make the most of this opportunity you created for me. Just keep your wits about you. I will. In a morgue, in a basement of a police station. Okay, now that makes a little bit more sense. Morgues, you don't really want to fuck with morgues or basements or police stations in horror games. Those are just big no-nos. Uendo, could you tell us again what happened in the dressing room? Hey, Matrix time. Matrix. Ooh. The liquors? The fuck are liquors? Okay, I am looking this up. What the fuck are those? What the fuck? Liquors. Yeah. Oh god. Those are fucking terrifying. Those are fucking horrendous. Oh god. And why the fuck are there? This is extended hours. Literally. They are fucking horrendous. Oh my god. Those are horrible. Oh my god. reason to not play Resident Evil 2. The fucking lickers, they don't have eyes, so they have good hearing. The classic, the very good hearing. Yeah, the classic enemy. Blind, but will find you anyways because of hearing. Yeah. So yeah. You have to pretend you're in a quiet place. Yeah, I bet. Oh my god. Those guys look like the most horrific thing to deal with. Oh my god. Okay, why is this guy not like surprised that he's finding his, you know, master's body in his dressing room, in the dressing room? Yeah, those guys look fucking horrific, and I would not want to deal with those anytime soon. But no, I'm noticing something strange with these emotions. No shoeings, no running, just walkies, still love walkies. Doing that is probably one of the most like stressful times in horror games. Like, oh my god. Worst time in horror games, oh my god. Something stranger with cheesy toast, can you say? No, something strange with these emotions. However, you only need a GM79 and a couple flame rounds to take one down. Ah, okay, the classic. The classic. GM79 is a grenade launcher. Oh, okay, that makes sense. You just basically need to blow them up, basically, to get rid of them. That makes sense. So, not too bad, I'm guessing. How could you have heard something strange with cheesy toe skin? I don't know, maybe it's me who's got some cheese in my ears. Did he roll the floor to open up and swallow his cushions out of shame for the fact joke? That's like a top G, William G. Birkin, stage 1, Jesus Christ. You did a lot in Resident Evil 2, jeez. I'm guessing he's like decently hard boss. I'm gonna guess. Not gonna lie, Resident Evil 2 I think is probably and I watched a girl get kidnapped. Oh god. Not gonna lie, out of all the playthroughs I've watched of the Resident Evil remakes, 2 is like the one I remember the least of. By the chief of police, Jesus Christ. How fucked up is Resident Evil 2? Jeez. The point I'm trying to make is that I noticed something unexpected in your emotions. Now stop hiding and come out where we can see you. Bailiff, please bring the winners a few replacement cushions. Sherry Birkin's secret daughter of the top tree. Okay, that makes sense. So what was this unexpected thing you noticed? Now he's out of frame. Oh, come on, he's on said a few cushions, not a few dozen. Now that we've all had a good laugh, please continue, Miss Sykes. She thinks he's dead. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Who's laughing? Focus, Athena, don't let yourself get rattled. When you entered the room and saw your master stuck motionless over the table, you went the least bit shocked, Window. Don't you think that's a little odd? And she didn't know the mutant was her dad. Oh, fuck. So she's just totally oblivious and she's looking for mummy? Jesus Christ. How fucked up is she? How bloody fucked up is this Sherry Birkin? Is it though? The lack of surprise means you were prepared for what you saw. And I think I know why. The reason Uendo wasn't shaken when he saw his master's dead body is he knew about it. Let me contextualize that she's a child, a preschool girl. Ah, okay, that makes a little more sense, yeah. Uendo, I think maybe the reason you weren't shaken was because you already knew you would find your master dead. Yeah. Running to this webcam man is so annoying. What kind of thing is that to say? You got it all wrong. Alright, just remembered something. What have you remembered? I thought Shisha was just sleeping when I first saw him. Yeah. Okay, the noise level has gone down at least. You thought he was sleeping? It sounds plausible, but what made you think he was asleep? Well, he had his head and arms up on the table as if he was taking a nap. And I got the hockey of Claire Redfield, exclusive item. And one of the only people I remember from Resident Evil 2 is Claire Redfield, so I understood that. That's cool. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Oh, and one other thing. There was that note too. What bloody note? I know. What note? I must be talking about this. Why wasn't we made of this before? And Leon gets the club key instead. Ah, okay. So I'm guessing those go to like different areas and stuff, and you get like different storylines with Claire and Leon. Again, haven't watched a Resident Evil 2 like playthrough in a while. Yeah. It appears to have been written by the victim. Allow me to read it. Resting. Do not disturb. Yeah, that's the note I saw. After reading that, who wouldn't think Shisha was snapping? And some areas are exclusive to characters unless there's another entrance. Ah, okay. So it's like two different storylines going on in like the same kind of. Oh yeah, it's two different campaigns in it. I was thinking of a way to word it again, but then campaigns would have been just the easiest way to say it. Like same setting, different campaigns, and different like stories and stuff with different storylines. How am I'm just explaining this, trying to explain it in my head so weirdly. It's different campaigns. That's how I remember it being explained. That's how I remember it being like. What? How am I supposed to phrase this? In Leon's campaign, Claire gets locked out of the prison station, but in Claire's, Leon gets locked out. Ah, okay. So yeah, different campaign storylines. Yeah. That is a pretty reasonable assumption. You've got to be kidding me. Sometimes I want all the time, actually, all the time, I want to punch Nayuta in his face. That's right, I saw this note, so that's why I thought Shisha was asleep. I want to change my testimony to include that statement. Alright, I'm running an update. Okay, I've got another update to the main matrix. After my performance, I want to visit Shisho. I called to him from outside the room. You still haven't seen Ada? Oh, you still haven't seen Ada yet? I mean, I know she comes up later in the game, I think. I know she doesn't come up like right at the start. I think she comes up later on. So I'm guessing you're still pretty early on in Resident Evil 2 then. But he didn't reply. Info update. Yeah. When I opened the door, I thought he was sleeping, but something seemed off, so I rushed over to him. Why are you pissed off at that? Because I just met Mr. X so pretty early. Ah, okay, he's still pretty early on in the game, yeah. And this fucking webcam, oh my god. No, I noticed something funny in your emotions again. Funny, you say? I guess an entertainer of my caliber can make people laugh even with my emotions. I didn't mean that kind of funny, quite the opposite actually. When you entered the dressing room, I see that you suddenly felt anger. What I want to know is, what made you feel angry all of a sudden? What? Let's see. Oh yeah, now I remember. As I was going in, I watched my little piggy on something. I was annoyed at my own clumsiness. Wait, you mean you stubbed your pinky toe? Just a little bump on my little piggy, and no big deal. It's embarrassing, really. Sounds more like he's hiding something. I love the differences between Phoenix Wright, apologist, and Grace. I do too. I love that. I kind of love all like different features and stuff. I know a lot of people are kind of like bored of the same like. I know a lot of people criticize it, saying like, oh, the testimonies are kind of the same, and like They just added in different features to pad it and make it seem different. But I also really love the differences personally. Phoenix's peak playerism, Apollo is complicated, and Grace is spinning items around and examining them. Basically, yeah. I mean, we do that quite a bit. We do that decently often in Apollo Justice. I don't think we've done it yet in Spirit Justice, or we might have done it like a few times, but not recently. But yeah, I kind of love like the 3D examining stuff. I wish a lot of the other games did it more. Can you do it with every item now? No, we cannot. Which is also kind of what I love about Great Ace Society. You can literally 3D examine everything, literally everything. But with like, you know, Apollo Justice and Rise from the Ashes from the Phoenix Wright trilogy, you can examine like a few items, but not everyone. But yeah, I also really love the Mood Matrix. I love the Mood Matrix and just being like, oh, what the bloody hell is going on here? I mean, it's also because Athena is like one of my favorite characters. Yeah, she's one of my favorite characters, so obviously I'm a little biased, but yeah. I've sent the reports and things, loads of paper. I mean, I think there are a few like paper things that you can like 3D examine. I think the note that who was it? And I don't know how far you're into Great Ace Attorney, but there's a note that like Mr. McGilded's book, that's a 3D item. Yeah, with McGilded's book, that's a 3D item. But there's a note that I think it was Mikatoba that I think it was Eugene Mikatoba that gives you, and you can 3D examine that note. But like stuff like the autopsy reports, that you can't really examine those. But like pretty much everything else you can examine. I'm on the 5th case of the first game. Oh, you are for a hell of a ride in the second game. You're in a hell of a fucking ride for Resolve. It just gets so complicated, especially in the 5th case, where everything just gets like so kind of complicated. It gets crazy. I know Toby dies. Yeah, it gets absolutely fucking crazy. It just gets so crazy and like kind of convoluted. I love it. I love the last case. I love the very last case. It's you're gonna love Resolve. I know it's absolutely crazy. It starts with Windy Bank, then Tobias. Yeah. It starts with Pop Windy Bank, and then yeah. Not gonna lie. I don't know if this is just me, but the victims of the cases are very much the most forgettable characters in the games, because obviously we don't know a lot about them. Like the only like victims that are memorable are the ones we kind of get to know beforehand. Pop was gonna die anyway. He would have killed himself because he didn't keep us safely. Yeah, he was gonna do it anyways. But yeah, what's that to say? I mean, yeah, some of the victims we get to know beforehand, and those are the most memorable victims, but some of the victims are just very forgettable. Like, for example, I do not remember the victim for the first case of Resolve. I do not remember who that was. I know it was Ray, who was our defendant, and you know, we were playing as Psssttt in that case. I don't know if that's too much spoilers for you or what. But yeah, I do not remember the victim of that case. John H. Wilson is memorable because he's Iris's father. Yeah, he's very memorable because of that. No spoiler, but she's gonna play a bigger part in, like, slightly bigger. However, he's dead. Yeah. John and Iris are gonna play I'm gonna have a much bigger like part in like later on. It's just crazy. It's crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. And you're gonna. I don't want to give too much spoilers. But yeah. It's crazy. It's just crazy. Yeah. But yeah, there are some victims that are like more memorable than others, obviously. Like for example, Mia Faye, you know, John H. Wilson. Who was I thinking of? I'd give me 20 seconds. Okay. The 3 rows must be on then. I also need food, so make that 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, we'll return to that conversation in a few minutes. Sounds more like he's hiding something. I'd better dig a bit deeper. No need to be embarrassed, Uendo, but I'm afraid it's something we do need to look into. I don't really see anything you could have stubbed your toe on in the area around the dressing room door in the picture, unless it was on the dressing room door. But maybe there was something there at the time. Maybe. I wonder why exactly did you stub your toe on? What an irrelevant question. Or was it on the body? You dishonored the soul of the victim with these unnecessary delays. You tell her, really, who doesn't stub their toe every once in a while? You really gotta fuss over every small detail like this. But what did you stub it on? You know, and what I think it is. Blackwell, help! Blackwell, help! Even the most subtle fluctuations in a person's psyche can clue us into the truth. That's why it's important to get to the bottom of this question. Plus, if I back down now, who knows what new insult Simon will hurl my way. Is there really no trace of what Uendo stubbed his toe on? By the door? When the wound might have been there, but it's not now. Let me see. Maybe this.
Take that!
Let's take a good look at this photo of the crime scene. Do you see it? This long track that goes from the door all the way across the room. Now you mention it, I do see traces of something getting dragged, and the drag mark ends there at the TV. This implies that the TV was originally by the door. I'm convinced that this TV is the object the witness stubbed his toe on. Well, Uendo, how about it? Yeah, you're right. It was the TV. And it has gone down to 12 to 10% even. Then the noise level dropped again. Yeah, I stubbed my pinky toe on the TV. But what of it? Why is this so important? So the noise went down, but it hasn't completely disappeared yet. Which means he's still hiding something. Okay then, let's try this tactic instead. The window. Why was the TV moved there? Shisho must have moved it so he could watch his routine. Watch my routine. What a place to put it, right in the middle of the doorway like that. I didn't want to bump into it again, so I put it back where it belonged. Performances on stage can be viewed in the dressing room using that TV. That's right, it's a closed-circuit monitor that shows the stage. Also, back to our conversation. Also, Resolve's first case, his victim was Giselle Brett and the defendant was Remember. Ah, okay, I remember now. It was Giselle Brett, yeah. But yeah, there are some victims that are like obviously more memorable than others. The only victim I could think of that we personally didn't meet was Robert Hammond from Tim Up Goodbyes, Russell Berry from Tim Up Big Top. What other victims did we not meet? I didn't really have an interaction with, but that I remember. Olive Green from case for Greatest Attorney. Yeah, I guess so, but we did meet her later on, we do meet her later on because it's slightly spoilery, but she doesn't actually die, so we do talk to her like later on in the case. So she was in comatose though. She was, but we do meet her. We do kind of meet her. We do talk to her at some point. I know we talked to her at some point, but I don't remember when that was. Who else? And this stupid webcam man. I really can't think of other victims. Victims very like unmemorable to me. And like, you know, I remember, you know, Misty Faye and some other of the victims, because they were just, you know, we met them before, or they have some importance to the story and to like the overall like multi-case stories or whatever. But yeah, and we met Misty, and she was in disguise. Yeah, we met Misty. We met her as Elise Dolan. And yeah, I can't think of anyone else I can't think of any other victim that we didn't meet beforehand. Like, I know in the first turnabout, the victim was Larry's girlfriend, but I can't remember her name. I cannot remember her name for the absolute life of me. So yeah, and even now in some cases, like now, I keep forgetting the name of the victim. Like for example, I just keep forgetting that our victim is called Typhoon. Like I know his last name is Tornado. That's only because that's because he shares the last name with Gairu and Uendo. So yeah, I am very bad at remembering the victims' names. I see. Now what? I can't find anything else out of place. And I still haven't gotten the noise level down to zero yet. Closey fever. Oh my god. I was very tempted to bring it up because that was like my very first. What is the words I'm looking for? That's my very first how I came to know about Garu. I didn't know her name at the time, but that's just kind of how I came to know of the character. And so yeah, I did 5 minutes, by the way. I did 5 minutes. So I'm still getting noise here, but I don't see anything else fishy. This is precisely why amateurs are such a bother. Sorry. I mean, no mood to play nursemaid here, but if that's what it takes to say the sober shop, Glen Elg from Recipe for Turnabout. Oh yeah, Glen Elg. Oh yeah, whenever I think, not gonna lie, with Recipe for Turnabout, all I can think of is how weird Lisa Basil is, and how I wish she was in the anime version of Recipe for Turnabout. Like, I probably should rewatch the Ace Attorney anime at some point, but yeah, I wonder why she wasn't included. Lisa Basil is cute, but she's weird. She is. I do like her design, but she's just a weird character. she's a very weird character. I wonder why. I mean, there are a few other discrepancies between the anime and the game, and the games. For example, in Reunion and Turnabout, in the anime version, they have the headdress, but in the game, the headdress, I believe, is not existent. So yeah, I'm gonna look it up. On investigation part 4 of the Adventure of the Unspeakable Story. That is a good case. That is a good case, man. What am I saying? My brain just, as you can tell, my brain just like thinks of a random thought, but just does not. The first investigation after Windy dies. Okay. I was thinking, I don't know why, but my brain is just not braining today, and I'm now learning how stereoscopic prints work. Not gonna lie, I still don't remember how the stereoscopic prints work. Oh yeah, you have to crush your eyes and shit and use the thing that someone made, probably Iris or Herlock. As you can tell, I have a horrible memory. I have an absolutely horrible memory. But yeah, that's a good case. I think the greatest thing is just like Iris teaches because Herlock is in surgery. Oh yeah. He gets shot, doesn't he? He gets shot, doesn't he? But yeah. Also later on, Herlock like plays majorly in like the last case in terms of like Iris's backstory and stuff. So you are gonna probably slightly freak out when you get to like the last part of the resolve of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Just saying. Words. Hi, window. It's a curiosity for you. This table master to window is slumped over. Looks like it's been moved. Oh yeah, that weird thing. Did you happen to bump it into it while you were moving the TV back? Oh my. Yeah, you're right. The TV hit the table and Shisho's body moved in shoal. That's when I first realized that Shisho was dead. About how scared I was. I see. Thank you. We're finally getting a more precise picture of how the body was discovered. But I'd wager you need to put the Spurs to window just a trifle longer. Right. I can't keep asking Simon to bail me out like this. It's time for me to regain my footing and really stand on my own. Iwendo, what you said just now about discovering your master's death, could you please describe all that again for the court in detail? Alright. But before you do, let's plug in the latest information. So we're getting added into the move matrix. Thread province, I went to visit Shisho. Blah what? I called to him from outside the room, but he didn't reply. When I opened the door, I thought he was sleeping. Okay. I was just settled cross-eyed. Oh god, all I'm just gonna say is there's more characters that do that, and it gets worse, and it looks weird. I took down to the dressing room, but stood my toe on the TV. When I put the TV back in its normal spot, I realised that Shisho was dead, and I didn't realise Dad was in progress. I'm gonna eat another one of these because these are pretty good. These are pretty good. Just silence for 30 seconds while I eat. Yeah, but these are so fucking good though. These are great. I got these from the premiere near me for like $2 odd. They're pretty good. And the ad is almost finished. We'll come back from the ad, but yeah, it gets worse. It gets bloody worse. It just gets worse, just saying. When I put the TV back in its normal spot, I realised that Shisho was dead. Okay, info update. Seeing him slumped over that cluttered table. Oh, Shisho. Okay. Were you kind of surprised at that? That's odd. At the initial shock of finding the victim dead, you reacted with surprise again. What was it that surprised you, Wendo, besides your master's death? What do you mean? What's more, you were even more surprised the second time You were even more surprised the second time than the first. What could have surprised you more than finding your late master? Search me. Your little thingy must have made a mistake.
Silence!
No. The girl is as sharp as a trout, to be sure. But her ability to hear people's emotions is absolute. Now get to remembering, Gwendo, what was it that surprised you? Glad we got a black hole on our side. That was a compliment, right? Just take it. It's Blackwell. What do you expect? Well, Oh, great. No, we've pushed him too hard, and now he's mentally all over the place. His emotions are completely out of control. Out of control? Care to explain how that's relevant? You know how normally I listen for the hidden emotions in a witness's voice, right? From there, I look for inconsistencies between their testimonies and those emotions. But sometimes a person's feelings can run too high and make it hard to get proper readings. So that's how your Matrix program works. Fascinating. Ordinarily, it's just one emotion that runs out of control, but it seems there's nothing ordinary about this time. Okay. His emotions are crazy, oh my god. You can't even press any of them. I knew it. What's got your knickers all in a bunch now? A window has multiple emotions running out of control at the same time. I've never seen anything like this, ever. So how does one bring a situation like this back under control? I'll have to find a root cause of this tangled mess before I can treat him. If I can identify what is causing this emotional rampage, then I can probe Q to dive in further. I need to point to what I think is the root cause and hit probe again. Through this process, I can identify exactly what's causing Uendo so much distress. And that'll help him bring his emotions back under control. In that case, let's get started, shall we? Alright, I can't guarantee success, but it's definitely worth a shot. Time to look for the root cause of Uendo's rampaging emotions. Okay, let's go. Okay, you went to go visit Shisho. Called to him from outside the room. Didn't reply. I thought he was sleeping at first. Stuck on the TV. Put the TV back, realised he was dead. I see him sit over that cluttered table. It looks like he was reaching for the cards rather than reaching for trying to put his hand out to Shisho to try and wake him up. So, Karuta cards. Got it! Let's probe that. I get it now. The cards were the root of it all. Don't try to deny it. You can't hide your feelings from it. The dying message that was left at the scene of the crime is what was causing your distress. What is it, Wendo? And if the dying message was the cause of all those feelings, then that means the phrase "Owen Forth" must mean something to you. And it's all down to 0%. Ooh. There, noise level 0. Finally. The dying message consists of two words, Owen and Forth. But neither of these two words have anything to do with the witness. This topic warrants no further argument. So I've got 2 blood samples so far. Yes. Sure, there may not seem to be any direct connection. Wendy Banks and an unknowns whose is green. Yep. I think there should be another person's, somewhere. For now. But why don't you wait and decide and decide what's necessary after you hear my theory. I trust you've hit upon something, Athena. If my theory is right, we can finally solve the case of Uendo and the mysterious Owen Fall. Ha, well, go on then. I can already tell this promises to be interesting. Now, please share your theory with the court, Mr. Sykes. I have a feeling that the green is Mr. Edgar Benedict's, Ashley Graham's. I'm gonna be so real, I do not remember who the green blood belongs to. So, your guess is as good as mine. It's been so long ago, it feels like it's been so long since I've played Unspeakable Story. Is it? I actually don't remember whose it is. I mean, it might be here, or maybe Sherlock's, or one of the Skulkin brothers. I know definitely. So, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to have 3 blood samples at some point. And I know definitely that one of them is Sherlock's. But I can't remember if the green samples is Sherlock's. So, I mean, I know you're on the right lines. Of it being either Benedict's or Sherlock's or the Skulkin brothers. But I can't remember who the green belonged to. Who the green blood belongs to. But yeah, you're definitely on the right lines. I'm thinking it's one of those 3. Or one of those 4 even. There's 2 Skulkin brothers. There's 2 Skulkin brothers. There was something puzzling to me about Uendo's out-of-control emotions just now. Then again, Gina was there too. But I don't think her blood is anywhere. I don't think it is. From what I can remember, I don't think her blood was anywhere. So I think you were right with your initial assumptions that it's either I don't think she was hurt. No, I don't think she was hurt. I think she was just like knocked out or whatever. I don't think she was bleeding. So yeah, you're right. You were on the right lines with your original assumptions that it was either Benedict's, Sherlock's, or one of the Skulkin brothers. Namely, that there were 3 distinct reactions present. I'd never seen that before, and I wondered how it could be possible. Is that a conclusion to this meandering musing of yours? Hold your horses, I'm getting there. So could a person flip between 3 distinct emotions of such intensity like a switch? Please don't go the way I think you're going. In the end, I concluded that it just wasn't possible. So that's it, is it? A bit unconventional, but I'll grant that it's possible within the realm of psychology. One of them has to be Benedict's. I've seen an image of him bleeding. Okay, so one of them has to be Benedict's. And I'm pretty sure one of them is believed to be Sherlock's. Because like I said, I think you do get 3... It's either like 3 or 4 pieces of blood actually. I don't remember how many. I think it is 3. But you can correct me if I'm wrong later on in the case. Again, it's been a while since I played Unspeakable Story. Within the realm of psychology, I'm afraid you'll have to explain it for the old man up here on the bench. Your Honor, my theory is that Uendo has multiple personalities. I really hate, as someone who, studies psychology, I hate when people still refer to, dissociative disorders as multiple personalities. It frustrates me because that is just outdated terminology. It's just outdated terminology. And it just annoys me so much. With so many distinct personas, it's clear to me that Uendo has dissociative identity disorder. I mean, you could have just said he has a dissociative disorder. Not just dissociative identity disorder, because there's multiple dissociative disorders. Your Honor, the defense would treat this trial as a child's jest. multiple personality disorder? Outdated. A preposterous proposition indeed. I mean, most people know it. I mean, if you said dissociative identity disorder to someone, they probably wouldn't know what it is. But then if you said multiple personality disorder, then they'll know what it is. But still, outdated terminology just annoys me. Would you not agree, witness? How did she know? How did she figure it out? Paul Conker. I can't believe it. I did it, Simon. I've read papers on it before, but to think I'd see a case of it for myself. Blimey, Rakugo artists tell stories as different characters, but also as different personalities. I know, personalities. Hey you, lawyer girl. You got a problem with us, huh? No problem at all. Outdated terminology? Oh well, YOLO bitches, yeah. YOLO. This is not very hard to believe. But now that we've established that the witness has multiple personalities, could each of them please introduce themselves to the court? Nuendo Tornado, I'm a Rakugo storyteller, as you know. Hello everyone, Patches the friendly jester here. Kisagawa, courtesan. And is that all of you? Yeah, that's all of us. So there are 3 personalities in total. Nuendo, Patches, and Kisagawa, huh? Hey, well Simon, what do you think now? That you're one lucky duck. To just be glad that they were dense enough to help you out. Can't you just straight up say I did great for a change? Yeah. You appear to be quite proud of your self-defense, but all you have done is infringe upon the privacy of the witness. I couldn't disagree more, prosecutor. Now that we know that there are 3 personalities, a new way for us to interpret the meaning of a certain piece of evidence has arisen. A new interpretation? Oh, now I'm curious. What is this piece of evidence? We're talking about Miss Sykes. Knowing what we know now about Uendo and his personalities, this now makes perfect sense. The cards.
Take that!
This is outdated terminology. Annoying me. It is annoying me so much. The cards? The Kurita cards? Wait, are they called Kurita cards? Yeah, the Kurita cards. That's right, Your Honor. Recall the original dying message I left at the scene. We didn't have a clue as to what Owen Forth could have possibly meant. But now, with this new information about Uendo and his personalities, isn't it possible that Owen Forth actually means a secret 4th personality of Uendo's? A personality named Owen? What? Paul Conker. Uendo must have kept his dissociative identity disorder from us because he didn't want to be associated in any way with that dying message. No, that's not why. We kept our disorder a secret for a different reason altogether. We've been taking advantage of our affliction to act out various Rakugo characters. If word of this got out, well, our reputation as a Rakugo artist would be tarnished, as would the Tornado name. That's why we kept it a secret from everyone except members of the Tornado school. But really there's no 4th personality, it's just 3 of us in here. A plausible enough sounding story. But it doesn't prove you didn't rearrange the cards, does it? I will concede that it is highly likely that the witness rearranged the cards. Is Prosecutor Satomari actually agreeing with us? However, is it not also possible that the accused killed Mr. Tornado? Facious, henceforth, ostentatious, moral, crapulous, kerfuffle, obsequious are named words. Henceforth is used. I think the only one I disagree with is henceforth, because I know that one is used. Like, I know there's like every so often people will use henceforth and people know of henceforth. But the other ones, yeah. Kind of agree, yeah. But it's not as annoying as like outdated terminology for an actual medical condition. You know, like I can deal with like maybe with a few outdated words, but outdated terminology for a medical condition is like, for like a medical psychological condition is a different thing altogether. And as someone who just studies psychology, I mean, the outdated words would probably annoy an English student more than me. And as someone I study psychology, and it annoys me more that they're using the wrong terminology for an actual condition. And then left that message in order to frame the witness. And upon noticing the cards when he found the victim's body, Uendo rearranged them. A fantastic tale, but a tale nonetheless. No one outside the Toledo school knew about Uendo's multiple personalities. Uendo just finished saying so himself. That is a true but ultimately meaningless point. The witness was only in the dressing room for 2 to 3 minutes. That's far too little time to commit murder, what you say? And he used to say he couldn't have done it before his discovery. Got it done. Henceforth, the defense claims there was a fatal kerfuffle between some personas, with one having a I don't know how to pronounce that. Hippotomonstrosepidaliophobia, and the other having a pneumotraumatiscope. It's gonna be a little volcanoconiosis. I don't know how to pronounce this. That's spring chicken barrios. Have you already forgotten Prosecutor Blackwell's testimony? Has Sam's testimony? Oh. Gary escorted me to the dressing room, but we heard the sound of Rakugo being performed from way up in. Thinking the master was rehearsing, we decided to wait in the hall until he was done. That's kind of contradictory between the two testimonies then, because Uendo said he was sleeping, but Blackwell heard rehearsing. That's right, until a few moments before Uendo entered the dressing room. It's having ash in your lungs, and that is the fear of long words. Oh, that makes sense. I knew the phobia one was the fear of long words, I just didn't know what the second one was. Typhoon Tornado was confirmed to still be alive. Well, not only that, but Uendo was on stage until just before he discovered the body. A bulletproof alibi that I have already confirmed with several audience members. Oh, no. I also heard that his Rakugo performance that day was a steaming pile of... Did I take phobia again? I meant... Yeah, yeah, you did. Well, you get the picture. Yeah, I'm afraid so. Really stunk up the stage I did. Yes, I have a perfect alibi. Indeed, why not land the coup de grace on the defense by describing your alibi witness? Okie dokie smoky. Okay, we've got another testimony. I was on stage until just moments before I went into the dressing room. The entire audience was my witness. But my performance was a huge bust, not a single soul laughed. I'll never be able to live down how terribly I bombed during that very important show. Uendo was on stage before he found the body, so he could not have committed this crime. It is time to let it all go, defense, and move on. Well, get this, prosecutor, said Marty. The Right Anything Agency never gives up. We fight to the better end. Oh my god, it's the Dead by Daylight cards belonging to the twins, Coup de Grace, yeah. Yeah, definitely. I definitely get that Dead by Daylight reference. I said park instead of perk, dinner. Yeah. I did say park instead of perk, dinner. Sometimes my brain does not breathe well. Allow me to say this once more. Let it go and move on. And I play Ace Attorney a lot, so you would think I should be able to read well, but sometimes I just misread words entirely. And allow me to say once more, I'm never giving up. Never. This is pointless. Well, you should have taken advantage of this opportunity while you could, you foolish child. Your worthless convictions only serve to prolong the accused's sufferings. If words will not sway you, then perhaps pain will. I'm going to give Sir to Marty the very long words. Yeah, better. Yeah. Oh no, anything but this. Dude. I think Sir Marty just needs to chill out. Yeah. What's the big idea, Prosecutor Sir Marty? That's a small dose of punishment for your misguided convictions. Are you now a bit more inclined to give up as instructed? As if. In that case, you must require another dose. Don't leave your rosary out of this. Not bloody likely. It's Blackwell British that I'm going to take Bro's ankles and get them to the DVD Killers the Dredge. Fucking better, dude. I don't give two flips about your beliefs. But if Sykes don't know what to submit to you here, I won't be able to console sober anymore. Blackwell is obsessed with sober. That's right. For Mr. Wet's future and Prosecutor Blackwell's stomach, I will never give up. You will rue those words. Defense of that, I can assure you. Cross-examination time. Okay, let's stay here. Okay, let's just see. And my bloody webcam, man. Let's see. What was he performing? For my people, I will submit to Athena. Humiliation. Oh my god. You have any idea what went wrong? I'm not sure if it was my performance or if it was just that particular audience. Or maybe it was the story I picked. But every entertainer knows that this kind of thing happens from time to time. I guess that makes sense. Still, I wonder how he could have flopped at his own commemorative show. Maybe I should dig into things a bit more. What did you perform? Could you tell me which Bakugo story you performed? I could, but I'm not sure if it would mean anything to the uninitiated. Well, even if I might not get it, can you at least try for me? Alright, if you insist. The story I performed is called Toki Soba, otherwise known as Time Soba. Time Soba, huh? Maybe Wendo's right. He's only said the name of the routine and I'm already lost. Didn't we have anything? It said he used to do Sober Glutton and finally to perform Time Sober. Oh no, Master Tanito was to do Time Sober. It was Time Sober, more like time traveling sober. Yeah, more like time traveling sober. But yeah, he was supposed to do Sober Glutton, not Time Sober. So you performed Time Sober, did you? What? You know it, Prosecutor said Marty. In the course of my studies last night, I became familiar with a number of stories. I must say, Defense, you would do well to prepare better for your next trial. Again, Athena was placed on this last minute and Simon didn't tell her anything. Simon, what's Time Sober about? Look it up yourself. Allow me to give an overview. The study takes place on a winter's night and man orders a bowl of soba on a street stall. How are you doing, sir? What can I get for you? I see you've got seaweed topped hanamaki soba and mixed toppings. I'll have a bowl of shippoke. My god, man, it sure is cold tonight, isn't it? But there's nothing like a hot bowl of noodles and soup to warm the soul. You know, it's one shippoke coming right up. So how's business? Not so great, sir. He's just performing it for us. Is that so? Well, that's great, because things can only get better from here, right? Well, prosecutor. The customer talks on and on like this. Finally, when he is done eating, he goes to pay for his soba. So how much do I owe you? That'll be 16 won, sir. I see. Sorry, but I only have a small change on me. I'll count the coins into your palm so you can hold out your hand for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hey, what time is it? It's 9, sir. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Thanks and bye. Haha. Very well done, Prosecutor said Marty. That was excellent. Huh, I don't get it. What was so funny about that? Do you see? The customer paid with coins and counted them out one by one. Then just after counting 8, he asked about the time. And the silver vendor answered with 9. Oh, now I get it. He made the vendor say 9 and then he continued counting from 10. Exactly, he cheated the silver venue out of 1 with his smooth talking. The story continues with another man who saw the whole thing and tries to do the same. But he bungles the trick and ends up paying more than 16 won for his silver. The story ends up on that as a punchline. You can look up the rest of the details yourself. Or I'm sure Prosecutor Sad Monk over there would love to perform it for you after court. So basically it's a story about a man cheating on his silver bill. That's pretty petty, isn't it? Is that really all you have to say about this classic story? Time sober is such a well-known staple of Bakugo that the story...
Objection!
Fine, so you studied a lot. But we haven't the time for a lecture detour right now, Prosecutor Sad Monk. Oh, I wanted to hear a little more. But I suppose it is off topic. This judge, sometimes, all the time, needs to grow a fucking backbone. Because he just does not stand up to the prosecutors in the slightest. Okay, back to the matter at hand. Miss Sykes, the witness stated that the story from this called Toki Soba, otherwise known as Time Soba. Would you like to add this statement to his testimony? Should I have that statement added to his testimony? Yes. Yeah, Your Honor. I'd like to have it added. Very well. The story from this called Toki Soba, otherwise known as Time Soba. But where is it? Where's the... There it is.
Objection!
You were supposed to perform that. Wonder, isn't there something odd about the routine you performed? No, I don't think there's anything odd about it. That's exactly what I find odd, the fact that you don't think it's
Objection!
odd. We are discussing the witness's alibi at the moment, defense. Show's program is completely irrelevant.
Objection!
That's where you're wrong, Prosecutor said Marty. The reason being, it contradicts the statement the witness just made. Wendell, do you know what this is? No, what is it? This is an invitation to the show sent from Master Tenido to Prosecutor Blackwell. Included in the invitation is a rundown on the show's program, which clearly states that Time Sober was to be performed by Master Tenido himself. No. Yes. Wendell, why did you perform the routine your master was scheduled to? Well, you see, the reason for that is... How do I say this? You see, let's say it was a prank. That's right, it was just a little joke, you see. I was trying to surprise Shisho by performing his routine before he did. I don't know if I buy that. Was doing the victim's routine really just for laughs, or I did suddenly happen to hear Time Sober coming from the dressing room during Owendo's performance on stage. It seems like too much of a coincidence. Wait, can it be? What if both testimonies were kind of correct? What if Owendo saying that Typhoon was asleep and Blackwell saying he heard Time Sober were correct? Granted, Owendo wasn't rehearsing Time Sober, but what if the TV was just on and the TV was on actually. Typhoon was watching Owendo's performance. So he would, the time sober would have been heard. Though I don't know how Prosecutor Blackwell would have confused Owendo for typhoid, because they may have different voices. They definitely have different voices. So unless it was like kind of muffled and you couldn't really distinctly hear whose voice was whose, and you could just join your Discord and I read rules. Why thank you, Nature Guy. Why thank you. But yeah, what if just Blackwell mistook Owendo's voice for Typhoon's and thought he was rehearsing his, because he knew Typhoon was supposed to be doing the time sober. It seems like too much of a coincidence. Wait, can it be? What's the matter? You look like a hen with a dozen eggs to lay. Stop comparing me to birds. Then cease this bird-brained timidity. If something has occurred to you, then lay it out for us already. Don't breed resentment in those watching your performance. Okay. I don't have a ton of confidence in this theory, but here goes. It looks like Owendo's alibi checks out, Your Honor, but I swear I will abide by the rules, and I'm glad I fit within the age category just. Well, I'm glad you will. Even though it was on the stage at the time, he may have been trying to obfuscate a crucial detail about all his rules. I am referring to the sober bill the man tried to escape on in the witness's story. I'm not talking about the Rakugo story, Your Honor. Oh, I'm sorry, but then what are you talking about, Miss Sykes? What Owendo may have been trying to deceive us about was the time of the victim's death, maybe? Owendo tried to deceive us about the time of the victim's death. What?
Objection!
What gibberish? Prosecutor Blackwell even testified to the time of the victim's death. I know, but he only testified that way because he and Garu had been completely taken in. You mean by the sober bill thing? Would you please forget about the story for a second, Your Honor? I was deceived. Pray tell, how did Owendo manage to deceive two people while he was performing on stage? That's easy. All he had to do was use a certain prop in his dressing room. Oh, and what might that be? And why is my webcam being so silly? The prop Owendo used was the TV.
Take that!
This TV was used to view what was happening on the stage. Prosecutor Blackwell, when he came to the dressing room, what was Owendo doing? He was performing time sober. Blast, could it be? Yeah, it could and it was. What you and Garu heard was not Master Tonino practicing his routine. It was Owendo's performance, as heard through the TV's monitored speakers. What? With the TV just inside the inner door of the dressing room, it could easily be heard from the hallway outside. And because we knew that Master Tonino was scheduled to perform time sober, we were easily manipulated into thinking he was still alive at the time rehearsing. Yeah, your knowledge of the day's program is why the two of you could be fooled this way. Sarah, did the voice you hear belong to Master Tonino? With the doors in the way, I couldn't tell exactly who the voice belonged to, like I said. But because I heard time sober, I just assumed it was Master Tonino. I can't believe I was taken in by such a simple mind game. All that is mere conjecture. Where's your proof? Owendo moved the TV back when he discovered the body. After all, he couldn't very well leave it by the door, because then someone might figure out the trick he'd been playing. There's one more thing about Owendo's actions that's suspicious. And that is the fact that he flopped so badly on such an important occasion. What's so suspicious about that? Even pros slip up once in a while, you know. But I believe that this time it was intentional. Because Owendo knew it'd be strange to hear laughter coming from the dressing room. Oh my. Oops. It's all just a bit too perfect to be sheer coincidence. Plus, if the Vice Prosecutor Blackwell and Garu heard due to Owendo's scheming, then the victim's time of death could have been earlier than 4 p.m. In other words, Uendo could have killed Master Tenido himself. Yeah, exactly. He is now a suspect. We've got you by the stones now, Uendo, so you better confess everything. Yeah, come on, Uendo. Well, witness, what do you have to say for yourself? We demand an explanation. Uendo. I confess. I tampered with the crime scene. Okay. But it's not admitted to actually killing Typhon. That is such a silly freeze. Oh my god. Is it the defense's claim that Uendo Tenido is the true murderer in this case? If he tampered with the crime scene, then we have to at least consider him a suspect. Now wait just 1 minute. Yeah, I admit to messing with the dressing room, but I didn't kill Shisho. Then why did you tamper with the crime scene? I refuse to answer that question. What? If you suspect this witness, then I have a question for you. What could it be this time? Uendo had absolutely no reason to murder Typhon Tenido. After all, why would Uendo kill the man who recognized his skills and promoted him, found third blood-covered things? Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, well, his motive was, I can't think of a single thing. Purple blood. Yep, purple blood. You're on the right track, so you're doing great. It appears that you are also now aware of one other fact. What? And that is that the accused visited the dressing room before 4 p.m. as well. Is it not natural then to suppose that the accused killed the victim at that time? Oh, what? Nobody told me Mr. Wet had also gone there before 4 p.m. We were only discussing the time frame after 4 p.m., so I didn't think to mention it. But now that you have made the time period before 4 p.m. relevant... Uh-oh, I don't like where this is going. So you really did not know what your client was doing during that time frame, do you? Well, it was all very sudden and, why did you wait until the last second to contact me, Simon? Don't give me that look. And just so you know, Bucky never told me he had visited the master before 4 p.m. either. And I sort of think it's exactly why that prosecutor keeps calling us unprepared. The defense will stop squabbling this instant. Sorry, Your Honor. Prosecutor Sanmari, please continue. Thank you, Your Honor. Defense, you know the soba making implements in the dressing room, correct? Yeah? Did you talk about the equipment for making soba noodles? We speak of the large bowl that is used to mix the buckwheat flour and water, the long rolling pin, and the special knife that is used to cut the dough into noodles. Precisely, these tools all came from the accused soba shop. You mean they didn't belong to Master Tenido? Mr. Ware had visited the dressing room to give the victim a soba making lesson, and that visit was before 4 p.m. I'm afraid that after the accused kneaded the dough and made those noodles, purple blood is Mr. Mason's blood. Oh shit! I forgot Mr. Mason was like relevant in that case. I just completely forgot about him. He committed the act of murder. But wait, that doesn't add up. If Mr. White killed the victim before 4 p.m., while he returned to that room at a later time, body disposal. But he realized that Kyrie and Blacko were there. Wet sober, your kit and caboodle when it comes to noodles. Oh my. I Miss Chickadee. Hey, Simon. The reason I went back is because Master Tenido ordered uncut noodles. Mr. Ware. Hey, Sage. Hello. Hello. Welcome on in. How you doing, Sage? Yesterday I brought noodles, making tools to the dressing room around 2 p.m. That's when Master Tonito ordered uncooked soba noodles stock upon. Uncooked noodles to stock upon? Yeah, ma'am. Master Tonito kept a supply of soba noodles from my shop in his fridge. I'm awesome, are you? Poppy, I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. Though I want to punch this webcam and the prosecutor Nayuta in the fucking face. Because Nayuta is a fucking twat. He only had one serving left, so I went back to my shop to get some more. One serving of noodles in the fridge, but I thought the fridge was practically empty. Anyway, the whereabouts of the missing noodles isn't all that important now. You ran into me and Gairu when you came back to deliver the uncooked soba, correct? That's right, Simon. I made time out of my busy day to deliver him the noodles. And you know what? He ignored me when I called to him from the inner doorway. He just kept mumbling Rakugo lines for ages, so I got mad and went back to my soba shop. So that's why you got mad. If what he's saying is true, then there's no way he could be the murderer. I swear I'm telling you, Miss Chica. Is this guy okay? Make this quick, get this man to the infirmary. I don't think that guy's okay. Oh well, I dare say he's quite the handful. Your Honor, please accept the statements Mr. Wet made just now. I believe the accused's statement about going into the room at around 2 p.m. is true. But it falls within the victim's estimated time of death. That opens up the possibility that the crime was committed between 2 and 4 p.m. That's some critical information. Yeah, Your Honor. But other than that one point, Mr. Wet's statements are dubious and without proof. But they are the words of the defendant himself. Someone back me up here. Here's the point. If I were the prosecutor, I wouldn't accept them either. While understanding the defense's feelings on the matter, this court is unable to accept anything other than the time the defendant made his visit. Now what do? I trust you have no further objections, defense. Alas, the time has come to send the soul of the victim onward to the toilet room.
Silence!
What are you yammering on about, prosecutor's sad moment? It's a saddle. Afternoon, Poppy. Are we warm enough here? Hello, Spanky. How are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. It is very warm though. It is extremely warm. It's like, according to the weather thing on my computer, it's about 20 degrees right now. So it's not like unbearably warm, but warm enough for my webcam to die like that. To die like that every so often. So yeah. Other than that, it's not. Yeah, it's 30 degrees here for me. Jesus Christ, that's hot. Jesus. If it was 30 degrees here, then I would just rather die. Honestly, I don't think I'd even survive 30 degrees in this room. Honestly, because it would just be hell if it was 30 degrees in this room right now. It would just be unbearable. 32 here. I'm a bit toasty. And I'm in England. This is not going. Literally, this is horrendous. This is absolutely horrendous. Like I thought like mid-20s were bad, but you guys are in like the 30s. That's horrendous. Jeez, that is absolutely horrendous. Jeez. We still have something we need to question Uendo about. We do? Like what? Well, don't just stand there. But we don't have any evidence left to present. Have you forgotten already? Isn't there still a hidden witness you have yet to question? A hidden witness? Oh, that's right. Your Honor, there's still one more issue we still haven't finished discussing yet. Oh, and what is this bit of unfinished business? I become the human embodiment of moist? Fair fucking enough. Honestly, with that amount of heat, I'd be surprised if you weren't sweating your absolute head off, honestly. It's 92 FN, I think that's like 33 in Celsius. Jesus Christ. Well, I'm gonna look up the exact Let's see, I'm gonna look up the exact thing. Yeah, that is 33. That is 33 Celsius. That is so horrible. 33 degrees. That is absolutely horrible. And therefore I think it was the heat that killed the victim. Yeah, the absolute heat that killed Taifu. Yeah. He was killed by the absolute heat wave that is hitting the UK right now. We still have to discuss the possibility of a fourth personality, the one named Owen. Are you suggesting that this fourth personality of Uendo's might be the true culprit? I hate this so much. Why did they have to go with that fucking trope of the one with DID being the actual murderer? That's kind of slightly loud in my ears, and I keep forgetting that the sound effects come through my desktop audio. I need to sort out a separate thing, a separate source for sound alerts. I need to do that at some point. I can do that tomorrow before I stream on Wednesday. Jeez, not that again. I told you we don't know anything about this Owen. Look, Uendo, I know you don't have any motives to kill your master, but this Owen may have one for all we know. Is easy enough to do? Takes 2 minutes. Takes 2 minutes. Yeah, I'll have to look up how I can install a source for sound alerts on OBS. Because the thing is, I don't want to keep putting my desktop audio whenever someone redeems a channel point. Because I like to have my own stream on in the background, just so I can monitor quality and shit. And I've stopped putting my AirPods in to connect with my phone to monitor on my phone because my AirPods have stopped working, and I don't really want to put my Bluetooth headphones on, aka these ones, because I want to listen to what's happening in game, so I'll have these headphones on. So yeah, that's how I used to do it back in the day before I had a capture card. Yeah. I mean, I do have. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say I do have the thing on OBS, but then I realized that doesn't capture audio. I have the screen on OBS that shows you gameplay, but that doesn't monitor audio, so I don't know why I was gonna bring that up. But yeah, I'm gonna try and figure out how to add sound effects to my audio mixer on OBS, so I can stop using my desktop audio. I don't understand people who use one source for everything, because it is 20 times harder to adjust volumes of everything. Come clean now, Uendo. You've got another personality stashed away, haven't you? Please tell us everything you know about Owen. That's enough. The witness has already stated that he knows not of any Owen character. Bravo, you tell him, Mr. Prosecutor. Hey, Patches. If you claim you don't know Owen when you really do, that is tantamount to perjury. If you want to exercise your right to remain silent, however, well, that's a different story. Do not listen to the depraved prosecutor witness. You will be tainted with his evil. No. If he lies in court, if any of them lie in court, then that's, fucking perjury. I mean, yeah, again, lying in court, perjury. If he just doesn't say anything, then that's his right. Do you have any idea how dark and cold a prison cell is? I exercise my right to remain silent. What's this now? Changing horses in midstream, are you? Shut up, I will remain silent, and that's it. Patches, you fools, you stay out of this. Patches is not the brightest bulb in that box you call a noggin, is it? The fact that he switched from I don't know any Owen to I will remain silent is proof that he does know about Owen. there it is again. Simon's formidable psychological manipulation tactic. I'm sure glad he's on my side. And not against us like he was in Dual Destinies, even though that was literally his job or whatever. All you need to do is create a new browser source on OBS. Go to Blurp or Sun Alerts or whatever. I'll copy paste the URL into it. Piece of cake. Before I start stream, I always hit refresh and eat sound source on OBS to make sure they work before they go live. Oh, that's simple enough. That's simple fucking enough. I can probably do that after stream then. I can do that after stream. Yeah, that is very simple enough. Thank you, Spanky, for that help, for that little tip. Thank you. You dirty, despicable, depraved prosecutor. You are leading the witness. Witness, there is no need for you to submit yourself to the defense's objection. Your Honor, Uendo is definitely hiding something. Please allow me to question this witness about the existence of Owen. I suppose only this witness can confirm or deny the existence of Owen for us. Very well, I will allow the defense to proceed. Pokonka. Okay, we've got another testimony. I think this is going to be our last testimony to cross-examine before I end stream. And then I'm gonna do the rest of this trial on Wednesday. I've never met any personality named Owen. Patches was just blurting out nonsense in a panic. We're always aware, so we definitely notice if a personality like that showed up. How dare you treat me like a criminal based on mere conjecture? Wow, how am I supposed to deal with the testimony of 3 personalities? Unless you can prove the existence of Owen, here it's all over. You'd better screw your courage to the sticking place and attack their testimony head on. Do you know what the issue is with your cam? I know you were having problems with it yesterday too. I think it's a shitty webcam that I bought off Amazon, and it just can't deal with the heat. And I think that's it. Because I got it for like 15 quid off of Amazon, so it's like a kind of cheap camera. So yeah, I'm gonna see what it's like in the next over the next few weeks, as it's probably gonna get colder over the next month or so. So I'm gonna see how it is over the winter. But yeah, it makes sense. My laptop misbehaves and it gets too hot too. Yeah. So what I might do is either buy a fan that I can attach to my monitor and just have it next to my webcam and just see if that works. Or just have one where the USB is. Or just get a new one. But I don't know if getting a new one would necessarily work, because that one might die too. So yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's not been as bad as it. For this stream, it's not been as bad as it was yesterday. I got really frustrated with it yesterday. I just went webcamless. I did 5 minutes went away. But yeah, it's still getting it's still not doing great. And I literally have my fan. I literally have my big fan here on full blast. You can't see it, but it's here. But yeah, I have it on full blast directed at my webcam. So yeah, I think it just hates the heat. That's just what it's like, basically. Alright, I will. Just stop piling the pressure on me. I have to draw out some info. Anything to drag Owen out into the open. Okay, I'm gonna save here. Okay, let's save there. Let's see. Okay, let's go through the testimony again. Always aware. So we definitely notice a personality like that showed up. I know that's not always how dissociative disorders work. I know there's some people that aren't always aware when another alter or anything shows up. So I'm gonna cross that. But what if for some reason you 3 were unconscious at the time of the incident? And as soon as you weren't alert and aware, what would happen? What would happen? I'm not even sure what you mean. I mean, you three share the same memories, right? But what if Owen is different? What if he has memories separate from yours? And maybe Owen emerges when the three of you are unaware or unconscious.
Objection!
I use a Logitech C920, good piece of kit. Currently they are reduced from 90 quid onto 47 on Amazon. Never had an issue with it, and they work on any USB connections. I tried the Elgato Facecam but was not a fan of it. Did not think the quality was as good. Oh, I might. I'll have a look at it. I'll have a look at it now, actually. Just so I don't forget. Which one you said? Logitech C920. Let's see. Ooh, $47.99. Okay. I paid full price for it, so it's a good deal in my opinion. Okay. I'll get it then. I'll add it to my like list thing. I'll like favorite it, and then I get paid in like 2 weeks. So hopefully I could just buy it now. I do have the money for it, but I am also I could buy it now. I'll come to a decision eventually about whether I want to buy it or not. But I know your webcam doesn't really die, so yeah, I'll have a look at it. I'll have a look at it. Instead of speaking as if this fourth personality is a foregone conclusion, I suggest you prove his existence first. Well, we've already seen 3 personalities. A 4th wouldn't be a stretch. You decided to fix around this court by jumping to such conclusions without proof. Have you ever heard these old sayings, Prosecutor Samari? What happens twice will happen thrice. If you see one, there are likely 30 in your home. I'm basing my theory on such premises. Okay. Only time I've had a small problem with it is when OBS updates, but a quick refresh sorts it out. Oh, okay, that's not too big of an issue then. Okay, I can deal with that. I can deal with that then. Comparing us to cockroaches, do we book you out that much, girlie? But how do you intend to prove it? How will you prove that all 3 personalities became unconscious, as you say? Unless you can do all that, all this talk is merely an empty speculation. Don't be so timid. If you don't have it, then find it. Look for something that could render Uendo and the others unconscious. Simon's right, I can't back down now. For my client, Mr. Ware, I have to. Wait, Mr. Ware? Let me rest. Maybe if I were a lump of regular flour dough for udon noodles, and the ad is in progress. So I shall wait until the ad has started. Didn't even notice that the ad was starting soon, by the way. And my drink is finished, so I shall put my bottle away at the side. I'll put the bottle at the side of my old desk. I should do a room tour. I should record a room tour using my phone. But yeah, I should record a room tour because my room is like basically done. I want to add a few more things to my corkboard, but yeah, it's basically like fully like done in terms of like anything big I want to add to my room. So yeah, and the ad is almost finished. Welcome back from the ad, everyone. Welcome back. Let it rest. Maybe if I would lump in a regular flour dough for udon noodles, but I'm fresh like my soba. Now, don't you let soba dough rest? It's all about the 3 freshes. Grind the buckwheat seeds fresh, put the dough fresh, and boil the noodles fresh. Yeah, I knew he wasn't fucking sober. He's blacked out. Mr. Ware, falling unconscious. Wait a minute, I think I've got it. Miss Sykes, do you have proof to back up your Alright, I guess. Yeah, sure, I do. The proof is right here in this crime photo. It is. In that case, please find out what supports your theory. This most likely is what caused Uendo to lose consciousness. I guess this. I guess this.
Take that!
That could be alcohol. This is probably what made Uendo lose consciousness. Ah, yes, the sake. Oh, it's sake! Oh my god. And isn't it just like Master Tonido to pick a fine brand like Camel? Sake? Oh my god. Oh, you mean rice wine? Oh, please, don't call it rice wine. That's so unsophisticated. And it's not even wine. Silly girl. I must agree, you need to become more cultured, Athena. A tomato. It's made of rice and people get drunk from drinking it, right? It's called sake. End of story. Fine, sake it is. Ay, carambe, everyone's so touchy about these things. I recall Master Tonido would often have a drink or two before performing. He said it made him more eloquent. Drinking too much of this stuff can make one lose consciousness though, of course. And look, there are 2 glasses on the table. Uendo, I believe your master offered you some rice wine, sake. And then, you must have drank too much and passed out. That's when your 4th personality, Owen, emerged. I drank sake. Oh, that's a good one. We have a real sweet tooth, you see, so yes, we did accept a sugary red bean bun. But since we really dislike sake, we said no thank you to that. What if the bean bun was filled with sake? Believe it or not, we're real weak when it comes to booze. Even a tiny drop can knock us right out. So you see, I had a sweet manchu bun, but I didn't drink any sake. I'm just gonna check this Discord ping real quick. Here we go. What? But that can't be right. The defense demands that the glasses be examined right away. You amateur, did you really think I had not already done so? Your foolishness is beyond the pale. Don't tell me. There's no trace of the witness having touched either of the glasses naturally. Right, of course. Miss Sykes, would you like the witness's statement added to his testimony? Yes, please, Your Honor. Very well. I had a sweet margarine bun, but I didn't drink any sake. Okay, wait. I have no idea. I thought that looked like something, but I don't know what. I thought that looked like the thing on the bowl, but it's not. It is not. Oh, this has a camel on it though.
Objection!
This shows what most likely made Uendo lose consciousness. That note? Are you feeling lightheaded, child, or perhaps a bit peckish? I'm not hungry and my head feels just fine, thank you very much. Look at the paper this note is written on. Isn't there something familiar about it? What exactly is your point, defense? This faint design here reminds me of the paper from... Yup, it's a piece of the wrapping paper on the box of the margarine buns by the victim on the floor. Oh, those were alcoholic margarine buns. Manju buns even. Why do I keep saying margarine buns? It's manju buns. Uendo, you may not have drunk any sake, but you did eat a sweat red bean bun, right? Well, yeah, that's right. I don't know if you're aware of it or not, Uendo, but I believe the manju you ate caused you to fall unconscious. The bean bun? But how? Because those buns contain a secret ingredient. A very punchy secret ingredient at that. A punchy secret ingredient? Yeah. The design on the wrapping paper matches that of something else in the room. It does. The design on this object matches that of the manju box's wrapping paper, and that being the camel pattern. The camel pattern is the same as the one for the camel brand sake. Yeah. So they were alcoholic manju buns. So just as Uendo said, he didn't drink any sake per se, but he did eat some. Impossible. Uendo had a Camel brand red bean bun, which boasts a nice shot of sake as one of its ingredients. So the defenses claim that Uendo passed out after consuming a Camel sweet bun, which allowed a fourth personality named Owen to emerge. Is that correct? Yes, Your Honor, that's exactly what I'm claiming. But there's one thing that bothers me. Wouldn't the alcoholic contents of the buns evaporate as they are steamed? In order to give them a stronger flavour, some manju are specially made to retain as much of their alcoholic content as possible. What kind of lightweight do you think I am? Even I wouldn't pass out from eating a simple manju. Then how about we test that theory? What do you say, Your Honor? Seeing is believing, as they say. Very well, I will allow a test. I'm checking this discrepping really quickly. There we go. Seeing is believing, as they say. Very well, I will allow a test. Thanks, Your Honor. Simon, go buy us some Camel manju on the double. And don't forget to give me one too, okay? Why must I? And while you're at it, Prosecutor Blackwell, you'll get one from me as well. I'm not the courthouse stable boy, you know. He's getting Taka! I love Taka. But it's just this once. I'll quiz. Taka, I'm counting on you. And all of you had better pay me back. Oh, but I thought it would be your treat, Prosecutor Blackwell. What a shame. Now then, let us adjourn until the manju arrive by carrier hawk. Court will reconvene as soon as Taka returns. And that shall be the end of the stream. Here, yippee, yeah. We have about half of this trial left. We have another part of this trial to go. So we will do that on Wednesday. Yeah, we'll do that on Wednesday. We'll finish this off on Wednesday. And then next week, it shall be Turnabout Revolution. And then the week after that, it's the DLC episode, which is Turnabout Time Traveler. 17th April, The Small Hours, Set in Sinners Hospital, Ward 3. Ooh, yeah, Set in Sinners. Woo-hoo-hoo. Anyways, let's look for someone to raid. Let's look for someone to raid. Let's see. I know a few people from SSS live, so should we go over to Can? Should we go over to Can Gov? I know she's not in SSS, but she is. I did a collab with her. I was in one of her YouTube videos a little while ago. It's my boy. Look, show me. Yeah. Hello. And yeah, Can is playing some words on stream. So yeah, let's go over to Can. I hope you have enjoyed these streams. I hope you have enjoyed this stream even. All my socials are in the About Me section on Twitch and the commands, but the commands only work during stream when I have Mix It Up open. And my socials are also in the description on YouTube. I hope you've enjoyed this stream, and yeah, go say hi to Can. Go be nice to Can Go. So yeah, bye guys, bye.